to Star Wars.
Starting the stream up. Boom.
Just don't cross the streams.
Starting that stream up. We're going to do that. And we're going to.
So we got some
Do this,
feedback
we
on
got-
our. Have you heard some feedback on our road show on the way back?
You did?
Yeah. Have you gotten any? Apparently, we sounded pretty weathered.
Yeah. That I have heard. And a lot of people are like, I fought all the way through it because it's funny as shit. And
then
we
it just
sounded
drops
beat
off.
down. Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, happy Tuesday, Jason.
Jason Cantrell, I thought you were coming into the show. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for calling in absent. Are we gonna write him up?
Yes.
Is he gonna write up?
He gets written up. Let me launch this up real quick and then we'll go. Because I keep forgetting about it.
So does that thing have a name?
Which one?
The penis?
The penis.
We just kind of call it the pinata penis.
We just got
That's a
it
new
not too long
gift.
ago.
We
Yeah,
just
that's
got
new
that
one.
a couple of months ago. This one's been with us forever.
Oh, nice.
And then we've actually played a song with that dong.
Oh, I believe
Everybody, all of our listeners are going, we've heard this fucking story 30
The door
times,
dong.
30,000 times. Then we have that one because we got sick of people asking us how to open the
There's
fridge.
only 3 of us in here, Jason.
So that's kind of how, that's the history of dicks. At one time, we got a strange box on the front of our doorstep. And
Which
it
was
had a
before
box full of,
Austin.
yeah, before Austin. It had a box of
Dicks.
penises.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
And
nice
then-
it's embraced here, you know?
Dicks are embraced here. Orally and handedly.
Orally.
Wait, did I say that wrong?
Where are you sticking them?
Dakes are embraced.
That's always
All
a good
right.
thing.
Streaming has started. Let's go.
So we just got an award from Kazakhstan as the best podcast.
We did?
I guess we need to
Wow.
start acting like it now,
We do.
There you go.
since we're award-winning podcast.
From Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan, is that where it was from?
What was the one? No, there was.
Where did Balky come from? Remember Balky from Perfect Strangers?
Why haven't they rehashed that show yet?
I don't fucking know. That was genius because it's I'll tell you why. Russian collusion.
Ooh.
They can't do it.
And it was at the time. It wasn't closeted homosexuality.
Yeah.
It
There was a lot of
really.
sexual overtones in that show, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly.
Yeah.
And my dad hated it because it
never
wasn't
thought
cool.
about
It wasn't cool to be okay with gay people yet. And my dad had to play the part of, oh man, that looks like a broken wrister to me.
Wow.
You
That's
ever heard
amazing.
an old white man say that sounds like a broken wrister, or that looks like a broken wrister?
No.
You ever heard that, Jake?
I've never heard that in my life.
It's an old white trash phrase.
You ready? Let's go. Here we go. Let's do this. Let me turn it down so we don't die. 3, 2, 1.
The man in black fled across the desert, and the gunslinger followed.
This episode of the
Jay Jones Last Kicker.
is brought to you by
Guys note.
You ready? We got in the queue? There's some serious business right here.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm not going to take the bait here. I am not a racist, all right? I watch a lot of black porn. I mean, a lot.
Swaying back and forth. A beautiful thing taking me away. All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed. My extremities pulsated with tingling sensation.
Just stay alive. The hair makes up me just stay alive. The hair makes up me
Gotta keep my head straight. But I just lost my job, got laid off by the man, and now it's too late. My car broke down today. For no reason at all, except them years took their toe down by the freeway. I've gotta find a way to pay my bills, but every time I get ahead, life throws me for a spill. But I'm never gonna break, never gonna take me from making shaking deals. I hold my head up through the grind and grind until I make it real. I'm just staying alive. Gotta keep it moving, gotta get ahead, put that struggle in the back. I'm just staying alive. Yeah, I do it for my family, do it for my own needs. Life will never break me. I'm just staying alive. Hard knocks at the door. Gotta keep my face up off the floor. Fighting all succeed. Trying to keep a man down in it, but they can't defeat me.
Show number 255. It is Tuesday, March 27th, 2018, M27, 2018.
Live on the YouTube.
How you doing on the YouTube, Joe?
Say hello.
Hey,
Hello.
it's been a while since we've been in here.
Got some arm jiggle there, man. Like the fat kind, not the good kind.
Jiggling down.
You ever see those
Titty
ladies
jiggle?
that lose a lot of weight and they do like this?
And it just sags way down.
Yeah.
Like they could be their own wingsuit.
They probably, some of them probably could.
So it's been a while since we've been in here. I feel out of place. Everything feels strange.
The Millennium Falcon fired up. We got it
fired
running.
up. It's been like 3-4 weeks since we've been in here.
And we got shit weather too, and it's still fired up.
That was the next thing.
wow.
We got shit weather, and I wanted to talk to you about this. Out of
The
the
shit weather?
percentage of we've done 255 shows. Out of that percentage of shows, how many have been done in the rain?
A lot. Don't you think?
Yes, it's always raining on a Tuesday.
That's weird.
It's very strange. We've ridden out some hardcore storms out here. Just to
I'll
do
go a
this silly
step
show.
further too. If you want to do some market data research,
Okay,
you go. If you want to put your team to this,
okay. Let's do
Okay.
some market data research.
I bet the majority of those rain days have been new guests because it's always awkward for me to go out there and get them and take them to the swamp.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm always
because-
worried someone's going to eat it and sue us for all the money we make.
Good thing I wore my my rain boots.
And I'm glad you gave Jake an idea now.
Yeah, look at that. When's the last time you seen some what are those called again? The
Crocs?
Crocs.
That's what.
Those are full on Crocs.
Isn't that what Jeremy wears?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he
wearing
was,
that. We were in
wasn't he?
Austin.
Yeah.
That's, man, we can tell you don't give a shit.
Well, you know, I mean, I wear black ones,
Straight
so you can't
Crocs.
even tell. You know.
You have a minivan too?
Well, I just bought an Explorer
Okay, cool.
5
My-
hours ago.
Mike, are you serious? Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, man.
Well, congratulations
Yeah,
It's a brand new
to the
Explorer.
Ford family.
It's 20 years old,
Billboard truck,
but
tough.
it runs great.
Texas.
So
Yeah?
used from a friend.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I recently sold my car, so
Is it's from one of your friends?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think there's anything stashed in the gas tank or anything?
you know what? I don't know.
No.
I
Should
haven't
check.
actually checked. There's like
Huh?
okay, so she's got a daughter.
Oh, it's a woman. A woman
yeah,
friend. A
but
lady
she's
friend.
got it's got a bunch of girly stickers on the back. That's the only thing. It's got like a Garland Girls volleyball sticker. She's like that. We've tried to remove them.
Oh, I'd
for
keep those around.
years.
Yeah, you need to keep those on.
You need to
Well-
look as creepy as fuck as you can.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is I'm thinking about it. and I'm like, there's like little blah 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 kindergarten, and I'm like,
That's
oh,
okay, man.
Well,
that doesn't help in the picking up chicks aspect.
Yeah,
though.
but you know
well-
what? I'll tell you what will help you out. You leave the stickers on, and you go get you a badass wolf sticker, like just a wolf
Okay.
howling at the
not the radio
moon.
station.
No, not the radio station.
Okay.
Like a wolf just howling at the moon,
okay.
because nothing says chick magnet better than a wolf. That's badass, man. That's badass.
Do they make a 3-wolf sticker like the T-shirt?
Oh, I
There you
don't know.
go.
That
The three wolves.
That would be the extent of manliness, though.
You know what I want to get? Check this out. I thought of this today, actually. I was talking to Ulrich, who's absent
Is
again.
this going on your chest? Is this a
it
chest
could be.
piece?
It could be, because listen how rad this would be. On the first Drag the Ocean album cover,
Okay.
I propose that we do the three wolf scene, like up on a cliff looking at the moon, right?
Uh-huh.
Except head of a wolf, torso of a swordfish, tail of a dolphin. Imagine that. How
Wow.
badass that'd be.
That'd make a badass chest piece.
Yeah. that
Cross
would
your
be legit.
nipples,
Yeah.
head going up one
Yeah.
shoulder,
Hell yeah.
going up the other shoulder.
You know, I told you that I'm going to get a tattoo of Gary's name on this big stingray on my back. And like the stingray's going to be like, it's going to go across my whole back. And the stingray's going to be looking over his back like, like, yeah, we go to Surfside, Texas to party.
This isn't a dare.
No, this is real deal.
You're just doing
I
it
like
for
that.
the hell of it.
I was going to do a hammerhead shark, but then the HK guys and the dual guys, and it's an infraction of intellectual property.
We got to be very
Ooh.
careful with the dual guys these days.
We do.
We got to be very careful. The relationship is very.
Have you talked to any of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's dicey, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're hurt.
So dicey.
They're hurt. Do we have to give them like?
I don't know.
Have they said what we have to do to crawl back to them?
I don't know if I feel comfortable talking about it. It's so dicey.
I feel bad.
I do too.
I text Nick and he just replied, "Fuck you." I'm just kidding. He would never do that. Nick's like the happiest person in the world. He's not mad, is he?
He is now. Your phone's you're about to get a text that says "fuck you."
But anyway, I'd like to get the research of the guests that we have for the first time when it's been raining, and the overall rain days. Like Matt Thomas, you'd be a good show producer.
What? Can't you go through like a farmer's almanac?
You'd be a good show producer.
Yeah,
Matt Thomas,
especially when we need one.
Jason, he's been showing up trying to contribute to the show.
He ran cameras the last time we were in here.
So how about some quick research done on rain days, on our show days?
Get a farmer's almanac, look back the last few years on days it's rained.
And then predict.
And then put that on a Tuesday.
And then predict our future rain days.
Yeah, and that would break it down.
Yeah. And design a wolf head, torso of a swordfish, tail of a dolphin.
If you're busy designing things, you need your results from your research need to be designed in a nice, colorful pie chart or a graph system, something. We need something.
You want to use the creature, huh?
Yeah, we need something.
What would that be called? A wolferdolf? A wolferdfin? How would you say that?
You might need to.
I'm about to say something illegal.
Yeah. Tap the brakes there.
So we are the Jerry Jonestown Massacre, Kazakhstan's most favorite podcast from the Americas. We got a text verifying it.
All right.
Sent from their government leader president agency.
Kazakhstan is right next to what the fuckistan?
I think so.
And
I had to look it up. It's a far ways from here. You think this thing's legit? This text we got?
Disaster stand?
Yeah, asking us to send money for a small donation so they can start the statue of us.
Well, I got a little crazy the other day, and I decided to go through the back end. I don't go look at our numbers anymore at all. It's been a long time since I've gone in and looked at the numbers. I figured,
It's really embarrassing when you're at South by Southwest and someone from Bose asks you those numbers.
And you're like, I haven't looked at them in a while.
There's a lot of people that listen to us at the chat room and at Texas Billiards.
And
maybe we
got a huge following in Russia.
What was that again? What'd you ask me?
I did throw
your listenership.
I threw out the old numbers, and we have a lot better numbers than what our old numbers were. But I gave him the old numbers, and he seemed okay.
Yeah? You know what I did? What? Man, I don't understand your Chinese.
We got guys that take care of that. But I went back there and looked, and of course, number one country is the U.S.
Well, that's good.
Number
it wasn't
two
Kazakhstan.
Is our buddies over in England.
G'day, mate. Okay. Which they know I'm joking when I say that, right?
I don't know.
Our European friends.
Do they?
I'm scared because I want to go to Dublin pretty soon, and I'm afraid I'm going to get jumped because I'm going to accidentally say "G'day, mate" to one of them.
Isn't it Australian? Is that Australian?
That's my running joke, but like no one every time I run into Thomas, he's like, "Fuck you, man! You don't say "G'day, mate" when you go to England.
Don't you understand,
Angela?
I'm like, no,
get over here.
You could have.
I said the wrong name, didn't I?
But our number 3 biggest listener.
Just watch, Dustin. Just watch.
This country, or our number 3 listener, according to our charts, is
Russia.
Okay.
It'd be no other way, man. It'd have to be.
It'd have to be.
Could
they
you
love
ask
us.
for a better third? Could you ask for a better third than that?
Okay, so is that because of our meta tags and shit, though? They're going up, like their bots are catching that shit, and like, oh, American rock shit. American penis dick.
I am so excited to learn about American metal in Fort Worth.
How long do you think...
Comrade.
Yeah. How long do you think a Russian comrade listens to our show? Before
Hello,
he's like,
Rebecca Dugan. I am glad you are in our chat room.
I would like to see this Rebecca Dugan that they talk about breast. That was more like French, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
So number
Rebecca's
3 is
becoming a mother. You can't ask that Russian dictator anymore. It's not nice.
We had a discussion about that type of thing. So
stop the Russian music. We'll get sued.
Are you proud of that? Of Mother Russia?
Yeah, why not?
I am. I'll run with that.
There you go.
I'll straight tell CNN that we're colluding.
Either they like the show or they're just stealing all our data.
Maybe they like this chair over here. Is this an American chair? This looks kind of.
I think they saw pictures of you in a
Oh,
rap
no,
video with a Russian hat on.
They may.
That's probably what they saw, and they're like, "Oh, Conrad."
What if they're watching these videos with me wearing that Russian hat around, and they're like,
"What if he stole? Like, what if that was a major?
They want me to come over and be Putin's replacement,
or you don't know that's like some like badass over there, and there's something on there that people from Russia can tell that's authentic, and you gank some dude like Stalin's. Wait, was Stalin? Yeah, Stalin was Russian, wasn't he? Or no, that was.
Well, yeah, it was Soviet Union, USSR. You're right.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I sound like I know what I'm talking about. But what if that's the case?
That all of a sudden I'm a leader of Russia?
Like we get 2 plane tickets in the mail some days. Like, do not ask questions because things are rough with us right now.
And we get over there and people are just bowing down when we get off the plane.
What the fuck?
And they're like worshiping us. We're like, what's going on? And there's already statues erected.
And then I'm in this weird fight, and I wear this I have this "Coming to America." Ow! I got the outfit, the whole like I'm dressed like Apollo Creed, and you're like, I don't know, Matt. I don't know. We're in a weird place here. They act like they like us, and then I get killed. Fast forward, you fight, and at the end you go, if we can be friends, and you could be friends, then we all can be friends. You don't know where I'm going with this, do you?
I know where you're going with this.
That's not how the ending of the movie goes.
It just could be that we get over there and we bring democracy to communist Russia.
This is when people start questioning our sanity because they hear these delusions of grandeur that we talk about on this show.
I mean, it could have something to do with these things.
Didn't we?
The
these
penises?
Things here?
Yeah,
it
the penises.
Well, might be inspirational.
As we talked about it before the show, before we started rolling tape.
Joe
We have small penises, so these all make up for it.
I like how we just casually tell new people.
I'm surrounded.
We've got,
in general, our show has small penises.
They're little. They're little
small.
penises. They're small penises.
They're not the showers. They're definitely the growers. Oh, wait. Is that right?
Something like that. All right. So since we're shooting the shit real quick, I want to hit on the. I'm going to jump around through this shoot the shit list we have here. Moon Tower talk for the 3rd week in a row.
Let's just commit to a show because there's so much cool shit that I want to talk about with it.
What I would love to do is, I've said this on our show several times, that if you don't listen to 99% Invisible, the podcast, we can't be friends.
That's where the podcast conversation ends, huh?
Yep, that's where it ends. You want to listen to something smart and intellectual. Roman Mars is a badass.
Badass, man.
He's a badass, and I think he's super cool.
Who is that?
He hosts 99% Invisible.
Well,
he's a podcast host and producer, and
does he have a background outside of it?
Yeah, but he started his own podcast network called Radiotopia.
Okay,
and they're over in San Francisco, Oakland.
This is you're talking about the show that you and Jeremy were geeking out on.
Yeah, it's the show.
I still haven't listened to it.
The show is about cool design stuff. It's and how it functions in the real world, and how little things affect your life that you never even really think about. And it's
like a bidet.
The whole damn thing's really cool. But show 150 is about the moon towers specifically.
Yeah,
and goes through a whole ordeal of the moon towers, and it talks about when they became registered as landmarks.
Mm-hmm. What are the moon towers?
In Austin.
We should probably introduce this man that just keeps piping in here.
Hold on. Let me take a look at this.
Here?
Let me use Google real quick.
Or you want to shoot the shit first?
That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
So in Austin, there's these towers that were put up in the late
people shot from
1800s.
Okay.
And they...
I had to make
You've seen Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
The Party at the Moon Tower?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's in reference to.
Okay.
But there are these lights they put all over Austin because electricity was sparse and they needed some type of light at night. And at the time, they were bright as hell. So anyway, these towers are there. And when they became national landmarks, they actually had to go back and mold the bolts and the screws because it has to be exact. You can't use like aftermarket bolts or aftermarket
to get the landmark
nuts and stuff. Yeah. Once something becomes a landmark, it has to use all original stuff. So they had to go make
That's the
molds
rules.
when
Wait
they,
a second.
when
Stop
they
there. That's the
refurbished.
rules?
On those lights, they were.
On all
On all landmarks?
is that the way it is? That
I don't
everything
know.
has to be original pieces
I
for
don't know
it
if
to be
it's
a landmark?
every landmark, but for those, everything had to be exactly as the original was. So
That's
all
cool.
the steel had to be redone by hand.
That's okay.
or
I've got a
molded.
tariff. I don't know if you knew this, Dustin.
Steel tariff.
There's a steel tariff, aluminum tariff. We're gonna get rich.
So anyway, that was go listen to that 99% Invisible episode.
I will.
I am very tempted to reach out to Roman Mars and be like, "Hey,
Is he from here?
do you mind if he came to that podcast thing in Fort Worth? That podcast
The one
convention
that we got budgeted out of?
or that they wanted us to pay to come and
$900
speak at it?
Wait! I didn't hear this part.
They wanted
They
us
wanted
to,
us to speak there, like be a
Yes.
keynote speaker.
not keynote. We were gonna do one
Hey,
of their stupid little things, and,
Man,
but we still would have had to pay to do it.
I don't know. We just we say shit a lot. We talk about the penises in our studio, and we like Star Wars. Any questions?
We're living proof that you can be a failure and succeed.
We're living proof that podcasters are shit. What was it the other? Did you hear No Agenda talking about the what was it?
The lowest form of
The lowest, yeah,
entertainment as a podcaster.
yeah, and how like it's becoming a joke. Like,
Yeah.
what are you, a podcaster or something?
They're doing
Or,
a
like,
TV show about.
Is that real? So they're really
yeah.
going to do a podcasting TV show?
It's the guy from Scrubs.
Oh,
Can't remember his name.
the white dude or the black dude?
White dude.
They're both hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Go listen to this, and I'm going to reach out to Roman and see if he'll let us play it on our show.
You don't know if he's from here.
Because they're only 99% of Visible is only like 15, 20 minutes long.
Are
each
they in
episode.
Texas?
No, they're in Oakland.
Oh, okay. We
Oakland,
got to reach
California.
out to those guys at the last podcast on the left too, and No Agenda. We're always talking about them.
Just reach out to them.
I'm scared, man. I got
scared, baby.
I got famous anxiety boner, famous pod anxiety
Yes.
boner.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's Zach Braff. He's doing the podcast.
Dude from the
show.
Scrubs.
Yeah. All right. So another thing I want to talk about is where I went last night.
Well, don't you want to introduce our guest?
Yes, let's introduce
at some
our
point we
guest
have to
in
do this. He
between
drove all the
shooting
way
the
from
shit.
Garland.
Well, I figured we'd do it after Shoot the Shit, and he could just pop in wherever he wanted. But let's go ahead and introduce you.
Let's do
Go
it.
ahead. From radio left to right,
Dun, 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 dun.
our guest is
Jake Dexter. I'm from Garland, Texas.
Are you
Garland.
That's awesome, man.
Garland.
Thanks for driving in this crap weather.
No problem, man.
So
no
you're
problem.
the one from Garland.
From Garland.
The
yeah.
one person from Garland.
Well, you know, other than Hank Hill and his wife.
That's
Peggy,
Arland.
I think it's the same. Isn't that what they did? They took the G off for the show.
Yeah,
right?
they did.
I thought it was I thought it was. Oh yeah, Arland.
It was
You're
Arland.
right. I thought it was a play in Arlington because they always were talking about the Cowboys, and that was when the stadium was getting built.
I have no idea.
Actually,
Something
wait,
like
that was way before that, wasn't it?
That's where Mike Judge is from, or he lived.
Oh,
from.
yeah,
Garland?
That's
It was
right.
Garland. And speaking of Mike Judge, I need to get a hold of him
Yeah,
because his show on HBO, that Stories from the Road,
Mhm.
I've got some now.
Oh, you need to be a guest.
I need
to start.
they need to animate
cartoon.
me
Yeah,
and my
making
story
your-
about
yeah.
what happened over this weekend with
The-
the Jesse Fry tour.
So, which is the more of the armpit of DFW, Garland or Mesquite?
Grand Prairie?
Watauga?
I mean, where I live isn't crazy bad. I mean, I'm next to a CC's, a Jack in the Box, and McDonald's, so I'm happy. So
Huh.
as far as that goes,
That's a lot of butt toots.
That is a lot of
well, you know,
uneasy diarrhea.
Yeah, what lake is out there? There's a lake out there in the whole Garland, freaking Mesquite area and
Rockwall?
all that
It's
shit.
kinda
Is it?
close to
Is
there,
that
right?
Lake Rockwall?
yeah, there's one
Dude,
out
I did
there.
a
Yeah,
sketch radio station promotion there once.
what'd you do?
Just looked. Just shut the fuck up and looked. So, are y'all does Garland beef with Mesquite?
Sure that won the drugs?
I have no idea. Like I said, I moved
Oh yeah,
back.
you just moved here.
I just moved back. Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Does Garland beef with Richardson? That seems like it'd be a good beef
that's,
potential.
That's a little bit more.
Yeah.
you know,
Really?
Garland. But the thing is, in Garland, the cutoff line for schools is like halfway through Garland. So a lot of people live in Garland and go to Richardson schools. So I went to Richardson schools.
Oh, that's
as
where
well.
the beef starts, huh?
Yeah, that's where it's
That's
like,
why
I mean, it could be just like one street, like in the neighborhood, just boom, over.
Whose women and men are hotter? The Garland people or the Richland people? Or not Richland, Richardson.
Richardson.
I don't know. I mean, I would say Plano.
Mm-hmm.
Plano girls.
Plano girls have the heroin.
Did you hear what's going on with their water?
Heroin?
What, maybe. Like, they're talking about what's-her-face getting involved with the Plano water situation. Like, apparently it was contaminated. What's her name? The one that Julia Roberts
Betsy
played?
DeVos?
No.
Oh.
Aaron Brockovich.
Brockovich. Why?
Apparently they might have the same situation as the old the Flint thing, I think. Is what they're trying to weed out.
Ooh.
From what I mean, I could totally be making this up. There's a good chance I'm exaggerating things, but I swear I saw somewhere that they're waiting on test results on water contamination. And
people
Aaron
in Plano
Brockovich,
drink water?
I don't know. Do they? That's closer to you.
I would say yeah. I would say yeah. So
It's
I
not
live on
bottled?
I actually live on the border of Richardson, Plano, and Garland.
Oh, you're
So if I cross the street in front of my house, I'm in Richardson. If I cross the street to the right of my house, I'm in Plano.
I know exactly where you are. You're in the tri.
I'm in the little
intersection there.
The little tri left.
Yeah.
Tri little intersection area. Yeah.
I know
So,
exactly where you're
I don't know.
at.
We drink water, so maybe.
Are you drinking?
everybody-
Are you drinking Plano's water?
I hope not.
Do you cross the
Okay.
street and drink out of a fire hose or a water hose in the Plano area?
Well, I could try and
It
see,
may give
and
you
I can report
superpowers.
to you guys.
Did you ever
how
do
well it
that when
goes.
you were a kid and a spider came floating out of that thing? Like the water hose, and you had it up and whoop.
Fire ants.
Ooh.
Red ants
Yeah.
coming out of it.
That sounds terrible.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
So that's where you live. You work there too, right?
Yeah.
You got a lot of work friends listening tonight?
I think I have a couple actually. A work friend who's listening sent me a picture of us.
Are you at
Of
Initech?
us.
Of this.
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh,
That's the
sweet.
first time we've ever gotten a real-time picture.
Yeah, and look, it even says the email at the bottom. Would you look at that? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
That's
oh yeah.
badass, man.
We have high tech graphic design
That's
people
badass.
doing our video work for us.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, friend. Thanks, man.
Cool.
Go team.
Go team, man. We're awesome. We were stoked when we heard your music. We're glad you're on the show.
We're gonna get into that once we're done shooting the shit. We're gonna tear you apart
For sure. And feel free to pipe in anytime.
All right.
So last night I went to see a band called Bon Jovi.
I've heard of this group.
Okay.
They've been around for a little while.
I think I've heard of
5
them.
years.
They've released some albums. They've been around at least as long as this podcast. Yeah. Took my mom. Me and my sister
Oh,
took my mom.
That is so sweet.
That is my mom's rock star crush. Her love has always been John Bon Jovi.
How
since
long has
the
this been?
New Jersey
Like,
days.
was it before? Oh, okay.
New Jersey's, and then when he did the soundtrack
Was-
for Young Guns 2.
Okay. What?
Yeah,
So, did she ditch Paul McCartney when he came around, or was she not a Paul McCartney woman?
You know, I gotta ask her that. I don't know if she
'Cause
was.
my mom-
She was a, a big Who fan too. So that's how I was conceived. Was at a Who concert. I might be Pete Townshend's son.
Ooh.
We don't know that yet.
So, my question to you is she traveling with the band now?
Well,
Is she in the DFW area still?
she didn't make it back. No, it was fun. I took her over the AAC. This was her first time to the AAC, which I was shocked about because I thought she had been before.
You're the Mavericks, the Stars.
She doesn't watch sports.
This thing's been there a while.
It has.
Yeah, it's
so
real
when
She didn't accidentally go to like a.
we pulled up in the parking lot and she goes, "Is it that building right there?" I was like,
I've seen
"Yeah,
that.
have you never been here before?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, well, we're going in." And then I gave her the nickel tour, showing her everything in the arena. With
Did
my
she ask anything crazy? Like,
stuff.
has she gone up to AT&T with you?
No.
So
But
this
she's
is her
been to
first
AT&T.
exposure.
She's
Oh,
been
she
to
has
AT&T.
been. Okay.
Yeah, she's
Because
been
that
to
was what I was going to ask. Is she like, what is that big thing that with laser beams on it?
No, she had been to AT&T, and we got to talking about the last concert she went to, and that was one that I took her to, and it was Fleetwood Mac at Starplex.
Ooh.
And it was when Jennifer was pregnant with Aiden, so it's been at least 13 years ago. At least.
Yeah.
And
my mom went to the Elton John show at ACC. I think that was probably her first exposure to a show
John's
there.
coming back through, and I'd like to go.
I've never
trying to
seen
pull
him.
a credential for that.
The closest I came to seeing him was when Tool was opening at Fair Park Coliseum, and he was playing across the street at was it not Schmier? It was Starplex at the time.
Starplex, yeah.
Talk about some confused looking.
Very confused.
So tell me about this show, dude. I would have loved to have gone to Bon Jovi, and I didn't get an invite.
So I tossed this out, and I talked about this quite
Not
a
to
bit
me.
going up. Well, you're really going to hate me then, because I bought these tickets about 2 months ago, and about 2 weeks before the tickets went on sale, I entered a contest on the ticket. They have those things, we're giving away tickets. Just text blah 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 to such and such
For
number.
Bon Jovi?
Yesterday about noon, I get a text message that says you've won tickets to Bon Jovi, and I was like, oh okay.
Is it from
I've already
Kazakhstan?
got some. It was from the ticket, so then I had 2 extra tickets.
I wonder if Jake pulled some strings for you, man.
So then I was like,
it's like I know this Dustin guy.
well, you got to be over there by 5:30 to pick them up.
Yeah.
So we got here, and my mom and my sister were here, and we got ready and everything, and we started making our way over there. We got stuck in traffic, so I didn't have a chance to pick them up.
Wait, how many tickets? It was 2 tickets from the ticket?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I didn't have a chance to pick them up because they were already closed by the time we got
So
over
they
there.
went unclaimed?
Unclaimed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know where they...
Why didn't you shoot me a text? I could have got down
there.
there.
Hauled ass over there.
I fucking am looking for a job. Yeah, I could have made it.
And you could have applied there.
I could have just gone ahead and applied and worked with Jake.
Oh, damn it.
I could have killed 2
We could have started
birds
doing
with
our
one
show at a real
stone.
studio.
There's 0% chance they would let us do our show there.
So anyway, we get there, and our seats are really good because I bought my mom some really good seats. It's where I always like to sit.
They looked awesome.
I like to sit
See
platinum.
the whole stage.
I like to sit platinum level because you're up above everybody. You're elevated, and I like to sit right beside the stage so you can look down on the stage, see everything that's going on, but you're still at a little bit of an angle where you can see the front and see what's coming out the front. It's this real sweet spot I always look at for speakers.
I've seen a Tool
tickets.
show there before like that. Not there, but at Tarrant County Convention Center. Awesome seats, that place. What was the first song that he did? Just for
Before
shits
we
and
get to
giggles.
first
Did
song,
anyone open up for him?
Yes, that's what I want to get to.
Okay.
So this band called The Contagious opened for him.
Are they zombies?
And they come out. It's a 3-piece band. And the bass player is playing Troy's bass.
The Troy from Masto.
Yeah. So I'm all of a sudden like, huh. And it sounded like fucking thunder. But so I'm sitting there watching them like, okay, this is cool. And it's kind of punk, alternative, happy stuff. It's not heavy. It's just, it's very cool. And as I'm watching the first song, I start sinking in going, man, these guys look young. These guys look really...
For some reason, I think I've heard of this.
Really
Contagious.
young. And so I hop on my phone real quick and look up The Contagious from Montgomery, Texas, down there in your old stomping grounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them are 16 years old. They're in high school.
Dang.
And after the
I
first
might
song,
be following them
the
or
lead
on one of
singer
my
goes,
platforms.
he goes, this is kind of crazy. We're opening for Bon Jovi, and the first concert I ever went to when I was 8 years old was Bon Jovi. And then they go on the next song, and then after about 2 more songs,
with Bon Jovi.
the bass player gets on the mic, and he's like, yeah, we were supposed to go to school today, but we thought we'd skip it to come up here and play this show. And they go on the next song, and it's like...
That's cool.
So they played on it.
And they played really, really good for being in the AAC in front of 20,000 people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty good. So then my sister started doing research on them, and come to find out,
Is this them?
they are
On Instagram?
No, that's not them. That's not them at all. But my sister started doing research on them, and it's like they somehow got hooked up with Live Nation and have opened all these big festivals, and like they opened up the Monster Motocross over in AT&T Stadium a couple of weeks ago.
Are they?
nice.
Are they on the Days of Watauga Fest?
I don't know, but they I doubt it. But they so their backstory is that Billy Hale is their manager.
What? This story is getting more and more
Crazy.
insane. So they
ZZ Top and Jack White's manager is
Wow.
their manager,
and they're opening up for Bon Jovi.
and this is how he became their manager.
Okay.
His son was at South by Southwest and saw the Contagious play and was blown away
Not
by
2018 South by Southwest.
No, it was
Okay.
years ago.
Okay. I was about to say.
I think it was
Wow, that
2000
escalated quickly.
15 or 16. Saw them playing, was blown away by them, and was blown away by the crowd response that he called his dad right there and said, "Hey, you need to figure out where these kids are from and what's going on there." A band called The Contagious here at South by Southwest, and Billy picked them up.
That's awesome.
Became their manager,
cool.
and now
That's crazy.
Now that Jack White's kind of doing his own thing, and ZZ Top, they're legendary, so he no longer really manages them anymore, and The Contagious is just his client. So
Are they on the whole tour with Bon Jovi?
I don't think so. I think they just played
got the
this
call?
show and maybe the other Texas shows, but
Is that
they
what
were-
the big bands
they
are
were
doing these
cool.
days? They're just kind of because
Finding local talent?
Metallica did that. Remember?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
did
I
that
saw that.
contest.
That
They did that
contest,
contest that Mothership should have won
Didn't Mothership end up playing a couple shows anyway?
with Metallica.
I thought they ended up playing like one or two shows. They just didn't do the whole tour.
Is it like a runner-up?
Yeah, I think they ended up having them.
Did you hear that band the first time?
It was Local H.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who Local H is.
Did you hear them the
Just
second time?
Don't get any cute.
Did they play that?
And you don't
They have to play that.
No, you've got to.
That's your biggest hit. But are they better than
No.
Mothership?
I'll ask the guys from Mothership on Thursday
Man,
and see.
still rough about that?
I don't know. I'll ask them.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, they were
the show.
Anyway, so
Tell me about the show, man. Did your mom? First of all, did your mom eat some edibles before? Like
No.
an edible before? Did they start kicking in?
No. She had some. She had a pina colada.
Uh-oh.
And what else did she have? We sat up there. We're our own
Budweiser.
On platinum level, you have your own bar.
Mhm.
Your own bar. You don't have to.
Nice.
You don't have to mix with the riffraff down in the lower levels.
Did she get wild?
In the common areas, and we sat up there.
Did she ask about me?
No. And so we play.
Did your sister ask
Bon
about
Jovi?
me?
Nope. Now that I think about it, nope.
Okay.
But he fired up with his new song, "This House Is Not for Sale," and like 2 songs
Wait,
into it,
his new single's called "This House Is Not for Sale."
and that's the name of the album too.
I love that. That's awesome.
This house is not for sale. Let's go something like that. I don't know.
That sounds awesome.
You know what it reminds me of? Remember when the NFL teams be like, "We must protect this house.
Oh,
This
there
house
you
is
go.
not for sale."
This house is. You see, you're at the game, and you see Michael Irvin up on the screen.
Oh, this house is not for sale.
You gotta stand up, cause this house ain't for sale.
Closed.
Closed.
Not for sale.
No.
Closed.
So it took him. This is okay. So John Bon Jovi is like a.
Did he have a respirator on stage?
Because he was running out of breath.
Was he?
Because he's
I
an
mean,
all-night
he's
I
generator.
heard about that too. I heard that
Is he in his 70s?
Ooh, that's a good question.
How? Let's look out. Let me see. Do some.
That's a good
He
question.
was like 66.
But he
Is he over 65? Is he got his ARP card?
probably.
ARP.
So like he controls that entire band, right? I mean he's a
Him and freaking Joe or
Richie's not
Richie.
around anymore. No,
Richie's not playing with him?
Richie's not anymore.
Is he dead? Oh
No,
dear.
he left. He
I
was,
thought
he
I
was done with
stepped
the whole
into a
thing.
bear trap.
It was so John Bon Jovi's always like ran that band. He's always been the mastermind behind everything, and he's very meticulous about how he wants things done.
Meticulous.
Yeah, and like the set list, I had read somewhere that he had like crafted this set list for this tour and that he was going to be on and everything. And it was actually pretty good because he'd play 2 new songs and then sprinkle in an old one, and then play a couple more songs, sprinkle in an old one.
He's 56.
56, yeah. I saw that.
Man, sorry, Mr. Jovi.
I'll be honest, he looks a little older.
He does look a little older.
Yeah.
But he last night they played a total of
Oh, shit.
21 songs.
Guess who else is 56 years old?
Who?
I just looked this up and saw this.
Stormy Daniels.
Axl Rose.
Oh.
Guess who's 70?
Mick Jagger.
As of today.
Who?
It looks like Steven Tyler.
Oh, I remember that Steven Tyler. I think it was yesterday.
Is he on a respirator?
Because he's running out of breath. Because he's an all-night generator. So it was really good. The set list was really good, and then when it got to the end, it was of course the last block in the encore was nothing but massive hits that we know. You got
That's when he ripped it out.
Yeah, but the problem was at song. I'm looking at the set list here. At song 15,
take show notes.
At song 14, he went out in the crowd and they had a platform up on one of the 100 sections that he climbed up onto, and he sang a little bit, and then he walked down. And he walked along this wall, waving to fans and high-fiving them and holding them and kissing them and posing for photos and stuff.
Oh,
and that was during Bed of Roses, and that like zapped him of energy, and you could tell that he had just it had hit him.
At that point, can't you go, hey, y'all jam a little to the band, go backstage, get a V8, some pickle juice or something,
IV real quick,
an IV, maybe do a line of whatever your favorite narcotic cocktail is, and then get back out there and finish the set.
He could have come up and sat next to me. I'd have gave him an Adderall. Like, here, John, take one of these. It'll pep you up for the rest of the show.
I wasn't going to say that.
You'll be great.
I thought maybe you gave them all to your mom. She looked amped in the picture I saw. She looked like she was having a great time.
Excited. She was so excited.
Did the bra come out? Did she? Hold on, Dustin. And did this?
No. No, but she did the panty trick somehow, and I wouldn't understand.
Like, Mom,
the
God. So, what would you have done if you looked over and your mom, straight up, real deal, boo?
She did the Zoolander panty trick, pulled them out,
and there on the stage, on stage right, there lays your mom's
boulder
panties.
holder.
Yeah.
Oh, the panties.
What would you do at that point?
Yes. Way to go, Mom.
Well, those are kind of expensive. Can I get those back?
So he started, when he came after Bed of Roses, he started Lay Your Hands on Me, and that was very...
Was it not as on fire as it was when we were driving home from Austin?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like we were wanting... Yeah! But he had played a long-ass show. He played for 2 hours, the whole band did. David Bryan, the keyboard player that's been with him forever, still has a tight perm.
Oh, nice.
Tico Torres is still gigantic arms. The bass player, I have no fucking clue who he was. The other guitarist is his producer, and then the guy that took Richie's place is named something X. And the X-Man.
Why is Ricky not playing anymore?
He just
what happened?
Was
oh
done.
My gosh!
He was
seen
done
this?
With everything.
Hold on. Have you seen this?
What?
This mugshot of old Ricky?
Oh, Richie. How
Richie.
you doing, Richie? Poor Richie.
Richie. Sorry, I called you Ricky.
When he hooked up with Heather Locklear, who was just recently arrested for domestic violence, she beat up her husband or something.
One of the guys in the band was with Heather Locklear.
I think he was.
And then didn't she go out with Joe Perry too? Or
and Vince Neil?
Yeah. She's had some fun. Remember when she was in TJ Hook?
When she was a hooker? So I have a question. And I was thinking about
this
during
I'm not done
the show.
with the okay.
I was thinking about this during the show. Who would you classify as a giant arena rock band? Like, there was no one bigger than Bon Jovi, like in the 80s, was there? That was an arena rock band, not a metal band.
I would say,
but Metallica wasn't playing arenas yet. Was Crew playing arenas yet?
Yeah,
they were.
I think so. Wait, what was when did you say again?
In the 80s.
Yeah, Crew was playing.
They were,
arenas,
okay.
For sure. Guns N' Roses probably was by that time, weren't they? They were around the 90s, weren't they, when they started playing arenas?
Yeah, when all hell broke loose with
the late 80s.
Yeah, because they were playing small places.
We need Chris Ryan for this. We need to Skype him in.
Jason's throwing in like Poison.
Poison, yeah.
Poison was,
but
sure.
Were they as big as Bon Jovi as Arena Rock?
No.
Like, who was bigger at Arena Rock?
Probably
AC/DC?
Motley Crue, AC/DC. I would say.
I guess you could throw Aerosmith out there because their career was still going.
Yeah. Journey.
Van Halen.
Yeah.
Van Halen was big. Yeah,
Journey, right?
Journey, yeah.
Van Halen. Bon Jovi was probably, at one point, he had to be the biggest thing going. Well, don't you think? When MTV...
When New Jersey came out.
When New Jersey came out, MTV really started turning into a force right around then. And he was pretty big.
Because when Slippery When Wet, that's when What Wanted was on, right? Dead or Alive was on Slippery When Wet.
Bad Medicine was on
New Jersey.
New Jersey, right?
Yeah. Lay
No.
Your Hands on Me was on New Jersey.
Then I'm sorry. I'm talking about Slippery When Wet. I think that's when they
Give
really
Love a
shut
Bad
up.
Name was on
Like a
Slippery When Wet.
like a prayer. That's Madonna, right?
Yeah.
I Want Your Sex. They did that too. Oh no, that's George Michael.
Come on. So you had Wanted, Dead or Alive, You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer were all on Slippery When Wet. And then you had Bad Medicine, Lay Your Hands on Me.
You think that was the
I'll
peak?
Be there for you.
These 5 words I swear, when I breathe, I wanna breathe the air.
Oh, Journey. Wasn't that one thing up there?
Yeah, did you throw Journey up there?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
one band
What
I'm
about
missing.
Europe?
Journey
In Asia?
and Styx.
Yeah. Sticks
Maybe a little smaller.
A
little bit more.
Anyway, it was a good time. The crowd there was great.
There's a lot of sweating,
There was a lot of
moisture.
latex and leather and boobage.
Was there a
and
lot of Walmart
milfage.
body spray being sprayed?
There was a lot of the women you
I could
like to
still
go
have
pick up
him.
on.
I could still have him.
The girls you were talking about, the concert we went to, where you're like, I could drag anything out of here because they're here on Girls' Night Out.
You know what?
And they're
You know what?
Going to get drunk on their wineritas, and I could take them.
You know what? Bobby's not here tonight, so I don't give a fuck. I'm getting fucked up. And I'm going to fuck Bon Jovi.
I am. And if I can't, I'll take Stubbs.
Okay.
All wrong. Guys.
Later, Dustin.
See you later.
Man,
Well,
do you have lady chaps on?
but here's the thing that took me by surprise the most. How much do you think a Bon Jovi shirt goes for?
$45. Am I close?
Ding, 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 ding. 45 to $50.
I was gonna say.
Well,
man.
Guns N'
How
Roses-
much do you think a sweatshirt
Guns
goes
N'
for?
Roses was right
Oh.
there too when we went. Did you not notice
yeah.
that when we went to the Guns N' Roses
Yeah,
show?
they were-
90?
they
It's the
were
same
much-
type thing.
90,
Sweatshirt, 80.
80.
Yeah.
How about a Bon Jovi leather denim jacket?
Oh, now we done
Or,
broke
I'm sorry, a
250.
denim jacket
We
with
done broke
leather
250.
patches and stuff.
We're over 250 now.
160
What? That's a deal. Why did you buy one?
because I wanted to buy the Bon Jovi bathrobe.
How much was that?
I've
much
never
was that?
seen a band
Did you
sell
get one?
a bathrobe.
Wow.
Did you really get one for one?
Well, so
two,
we
how
walk
much
in,
was it?
We walk in and I look out the corner. You know, from the distance, you see the merchandise thing, and I see this
Yeah.
bathrobe hanging, and I elbow Whitney. I'm like, "Holy shit, he's selling a bathrobe!" And me and her both go, "Want it?" And we go running over there.
Did y'all buy it?
Wow.
We
Is it
get
in the house?
It's cheap as shit. It was like really, really thin
How much was it?
material with a Bon Jovi patch on it. $80.
Wow. I wonder how
Yeah.
much custom bathrobes are.
I don't know. But
So it's not one of those big ass thick
Hey.
ones from like Bed Bath and Beyond.
we're thinking about new JJTM merchandise.
That's the way to go.
Genius, dude.
That's the
Bathrobe.
way to go.
Genius. The Methinks. One of them, like each one of them gets one for free.
Yeah, we'll give the me thing.
There's our marketing piece right there.
We need them.
We do. We've got to know one of our friends' mothers or wives has to be in stitch, like what's it called? Where they?
Are we gonna stitch them or are we gonna screen print them? Because
Oh man, let's stitch them. Let's get them legit,
no,
full on Bed Bath and Beyond style too. The big, thick, fuzzy ones.
the nice embroidered
Yeah.
chest piece that says whatever, and then on the back it's a big piece. Yeah.
Oh man, there's even a website for custom bathrobes.
Oh my god.
How much are they on there?
How many? Yeah.
Is this saying 27?
27. Oh, that's got to be from Chickadee, China. We better hurry up and get on that because that's going to get shut down.
It's embroidered.
Oh, Marlon says his wife can embroider them for us.
There we go.
Boom.
Let's do it.
Set,
Let's just make like 5 of them and see what happens. And we'll let them wear it. We'll let Marlon and the guys wear them, so they'll have their stench. You know,
And
wear
then
it like
we'll
a
resell them
then
like
we'll resell
used
'em.
panties.
Yeah.
Or
can you resell bathrobes?
I said we make 10.
I don't. Well, you can sell panties.
Actually, you know what? I've seen some
used
things.
panties.
I've seen some things on OfferUp that I didn't think you could resell. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
OfferUp's
bathrobe
kinda-
is.
Yeah.
That's a trap.
It's a trap.
Offer up is a trap.
Have you ever bought anything with OfferUp?
No. I
Have
just
you?
like looking
I
at it.
haven't yet.
Didn't someone
just
over in your neck of the
downloaded it.
woods get killed a while back? Like
On
I'm,
offer
pre-
up.
I'm pretty sure it was an
Probably.
OfferUp thing, and they met in Garland or Plano, and like someone got shot,
I believe
dead,
it.
and
I
like
believe it.
it was a big like setup and stuff.
It's
Really?
kind of sketchy.
Once again, I might be making shit up like the Plano water
You know what? I
crisis,
think
but
I have heard what you're talking about.
The offer up
there
thing.
There was a thing that went out that was like warning people
about offer
it
up.
was like meeting.
It was
in
either
public,
that or the neighborhood app or something.
Yeah,
it was something like that.
Meeting in public places and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is,
So what do you give this show? Is it on the Richter scale of Bon Jovi greatness? Where did this one park at?
Or how about just on the concert scale?
Oh, you're going to put it on this?
1 through 10. No, I'm going to give it. This is my rating. I'm going to give it a good. If I'm being super critical about it, I'm going to give it an 8.5. Give it an 8.5.
Of all time shows,
no,
it's in the 20%. No, I know. You're saying it is over 70%. It's passing. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I would say that's a great success.
It was a really good time, even though I didn't know much of the new songs. You could still get through them.
Yeah,
to get to the old stuff.
And he didn't do the David Lee like he wouldn't. It wasn't like Roth Halen. Roth Halen.
No.
Van Roth, where he's
he wasn't singing all weird. No,
and just making his own melody lines.
No, it wasn't that bad, but the lights on this setup and this stage setup for lighting,
like Drag the Ocean lighting,
was absolutely amazing.
Oh,
it was some of the
really?
coolest stuff I've ever seen. And he's got around it he had these lights set up that erect. They come up.
I'm sorry.
And they turn into mini moon towers. Like for real. Nice. As we go back to this moon tower infatuation,
there's got to be a band that has toured that has erected moon towers that go up. That'd be cool. Just light up everything.
Well, you tell me what those look like.
They look like moon towers.
Yeah. And then they would go up and down. They would extend and go up and down and stuff. So
you really did have great seats.
Yeah, I loved them.
Man, if you would have taken me,
that's my spot.
Your mom and I, we'd have made love.
I'd have another brother.
You'd have the show would have become a family show.
All right, so
I'm glad you had a good time.
We got some other stuff to get into, but we'll get into it later.
I've always wanted to go to Bon Jovi show.
So Jake, you drove all the way over here from Garland.
Yes.
To talk to us about your endeavors. First off, let's get into you a little bit.
What would you like to know?
You grew up in Garland?
I grew up in Garland, yeah.
And then you disappeared for a while.
Yeah, I went to school in College Station.
Did you go to Blinn or Bland or Blinn?
I went to Blinn first. Actually, first I had auditions for Vanderbilt, in Berkeley for music, and then 2 days.
You're
before,
overqualified for us, man.
two days
what
before
are you doing here?
2 days before the audition, I was looking at the pricing and I was like, no.
Not happening?
No, even with scholarships or whatever, I was like, not in a million years.
Yeah.
I was like, Blinn's like Richland, but it's just far, So I went to Blinn.
I've gotten into some trouble down there in that old Blinn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are there stub babies running around down there in cornfields?
There's some mushrooms down there that I've munched on a few times.
There you go. I love Bryan College Station. It's a great place.
It is. Did you know Pat Green and all those guys down there? Because they're all Pat Green was always flying through there, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I know Clay Corn, his keyboard player.
Yeah.
And then while I was there, I got picked up by a group out of Waco called the Taylor Hodak Band. They were underneath Winding Road Records out of Fort Worth. And I went on the road with them for 2 years, and then I ended up.
What were you doing? Were you playing?
I played keys, accordion.
I was gonna say there was no rapping on.
No,
right?
No,
okay.
No. And then I played drums for Clayton Gardner.
Yeah.
Who's another country artist.
How long have you been a musician?
I guess professionally since I was like 15.
Are you one of those guys that can just pretty much play anything in the studio?
Yeah. It's just cheaper that way.
True.
It's cheaper. Like on this album,
100% true.
I do most of the stuff. But I got picked up when I was 15 years old. I was lucky enough to get picked up with a local group in Dallas called Deer Employment, and it was just a bunch of guys who were just. It was a kid group, but we got picked up by Steve Brown, who was he was a big producer. He worked with like Maroon 5 and stuff like that.
So at 15, where were you playing at?
We played the House of Blues a bunch, Granada Theater. Lakewood Theater. We were playing all these different stuff around Dallas.
Uh-huh.
And then we split up for college, and I went down in there and played. And then I got picked up by Taylor playing keys. He actually found an ad I put up on Craigslist because I started playing keys when I was like 17, and I was, almost 19 when I moved down there. And he was like, "Well, I never played country music. I never even listened to country music." He was like, "Well, do you play the organ?" And I was like,
"Like the Hammond?"
And I was like, "I got an organ button on my keyboard.
I push it every once in a while.
Yeah,
I forget it's there
when I want to pretend like I'm at a hockey game and I want to play some anthems."
Exactly. So he was like, "Well, just come audition." So I went and auditioned, and went well. Started listening to country music, and then I went on the road with him, and then I moved to Austin about 2.5 years, 3 years
we know
after
this
that.
place.
Yeah,
we know this place, Austin.
And then I started playing with a bunch of different acts, Sam Riggs and Shane Smith and the Powell Brothers, and I was working with Caleb Mack, who's a rapper, and some other acts like that. And after about 6 years of touring altogether, I decided to focus on my own project and move back to Dallas. And
what year was that?
Here. That was about 2 years ago. So that was what was that, 2016?
Okay.
So
2015.
Had you started anything before you moved back here?
So I started before I moved back. I was sort of just building up the music I wanted to do and stuff like that. And this is actually a transition period. Before I moved back, I really wanted to build up a social media following, and we talked about this a little earlier. Because I know how it is. I was into playing music for a living for 6-7 years. I know that if you don't have a social media following or any sort of presence online, you can't do anything. So I released an EP and saved up some money, and then I did nothing for 8 months but promotion, 8 hours a day, 7 days a week for 10 months, 8 to 10 months, and then played video games on the side. And I was able to bring up a pretty decent social media following and online presence.
With video games?
Skyrim. I'm Skyrim and all the Zeldas.
Dustin's played some Skyrim.
I like some Skyrim.
Yeah, you can get down with some of that. What about Fallout? Any of that?
Yeah. I watched more of the Fallout online on Twitch.
Are you doing any of this? What is it? What's the kids playing these days? The one that you can go play for free on their cloud and everything. Like you come down on the what's it called?
You talking about Fortnite?
Fortnite. You doing any Fortnite right
PUBG?
now?
I'm not right now. No. I'm currently revamping my gaming system.
Are you starting to play Fortnite?
Yeah, I do it every once in a while just to release some steam.
There you go.
Okay,
it's great games. But
that's a confession right there.
I'll tell you what the killer is for bands:
video games.
It is video games
and drugs,
but it's also World of Warcraft. That's what kills bands.
Oh man,
you have experience.
I have a lot of experience with that.
Yeah. So when did you start throwing in the rap thing? Like. It wasn't when you were on the road with the country guys, was it?
No,
hey, man, I got something right here, man.
It wasn't with them. I can't sing very well. I can sing better now because I've been practicing every single day. But when I first started it, I'd done a lot of writing for other groups. So I've played on a total of like 52 singles and albums.
Bullshit. List them now.
I've got the database in my phone. I can email it to you.
That's pretty badass.
But I've been on about 2 to 3 albums.
So you get royalty checks and stuff.
Well, if any of them like blew up big, I would.
So they're still in like the 7-cent range.
Well, it was like really good music. There's a bunch of groups: Larynx, Bottle Cap Productions, Bottle Cap Alley, Song on the Bird, and a bunch of other ones that I've written albums for. I'm a pop producer. I do on the side. That's what I was first doing when I moved back to Dallas. I was working as a pop producer. But there's tons of great albums and great stuff from bands I've worked with that are just really good, and then they just 6 months later they're like, "Oh, I'm going to focus on my family," or "I'm going to do this," and they leave the thing. And I've got probably 1,200 CDs at my house, probably like 100 from each of a number of different groups that just I had them.
Nothing
dissipated, so I just have copies and boxes of CDs everywhere.
You ever think that maybe you should close down, like start narrowing your clientele and who you work with at that point when you have that many projects that are...
That's what I did when I started working with my own music, is I decided, I was like, you know what, this is fine, because I was playing with a bunch of different groups and doing keys work and drum work. I do a lot of session drum work too. And I was like, you know what, this is just too much, and it's, I like to because the one thing as a musician, because I've always done stuff as an instrumentalist, is that you can't really super dictate your own future. It's always in the hands of who you're playing for. I played for everybody down College Station, Austin. But, my schedule, my pay, my future resided in how well they did. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it in myself. I was like, I'm going to rap because I can't sing very well. I can sing decently enough, but not enough to make it to the level of success that I want to. So I'll rap. See if I can get it that way.
And you have a lot of really good vocalists on all your like everything that I've seen so far. Like what you sent us, the tracks you sent us, the one we went and watched some videos and stuff. You have really talented singers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what kind of the plan you took was like. I'll just do a collaborative stuff and I'll rap, and then other guys will.
I have singers that perform with me live. I have a 7 group band I perform with when I tour.
Why
and
didn't
stuff
they
like
come
that.
in?
There were three of them were sick, and like 2 of them had to work, and they were just busy.
Yeah.
Is that the Main Street Sound?
The Main Street Sound is what I call my band.
Okay.
And then I also sing live too. But for my albums, what I like to do is, because I'm working on a full band album with my band, what I like to do is whenever I'm doing an album, because I write every day. I've got a home studio. I write and produce. Like that album is 18 songs. It was probably about 64, 65 songs, and I cut it down to 18. I probably put 1 or 2 new songs every week that I'll write and stuff like that. If I don't sell it or give it to somebody, I do that.
You see, there's an iHeartRadio emblem on there, Dustin.
I hate to tell you this, but
we might have pissed them off.
Is going out of business.
And they don't like us.
They filed for bankruptcy a week ago.
Oh, really?
2 weeks ago now.
That's
3
crazy.
weeks ago. How long has it been since we've done a live show?
It's been in the last month that happened.
They
But they also we've kind of offended them a little bit.
We
with our
have
jokes.
offended them.
Are you
but that's
guys
all
the
right.
cause of them going out of business?
There could be a chance that we caused them to go down.
They are citing podcast as being one of the issues of why they're not making the revenue they used to make.
Oh, really? That's
but
crazy.
we blatantly kicked them in the crotch some.
We have, and they may be picked up. They may be saved by Sirius. Sirius
Okay,
is
yeah.
talking about moving.
Are you serious? Sorry to derail on that, but I saw your info here.
In your bio on this,
Mm-hmm.
You said that you made this all in a laptop sitting in your living room.
Yeah, with one microphone. Yeah, and so
it's pretty awesome.
I just
use
use
Logic or
Logic Pro. Yeah.
I like this guy.
That's all I use. Oh, and my keyboard. I have a MIDI keyboard that I play everything on. Like the drums, I'll play the drums and write the parts, and then after I have them written, I'll record a scratch part, and then I'll just scrap it all and just make it all on my keyboard.
Yeah.
The bass, the
Nice.
guitar,
Yeah, there you
the
go.
drums. There's a couple spots where I have my guitar player come in, but other than that, and then the features, I have singers, and then I also sing. But what I like to do is I tour around a lot and I meet artists a lot. Just like my last album, this album, I featured a number 16 different artists I've met this year. So these are artists I've met in the past year. And so the last album was all artists I met that past year.
I noticed that. Like,
Yeah, I think it's fun,
That's kind of a badass thing.
They like it, and I link them all up, and everybody. What I've come to find is everybody likes to sing on other people's stuff, which is fine. So I'll write everything and record it, and then I'll send them a scratch copy of me singing it, and it sounds awful. And I'm like, hey, this is what I'm doing. We're just gonna come in and make it better because you're an actual, you're an actual singer.
That's what I do with my guitar playing.
Yeah, well, see, there you go.
Like, Dave, I don't know how to play what I want to play.
I also saw that you're a fellow Nord player.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We got to stick together in this world.
There we go.
You know what
there
the CD has?
Swedish instruments taking over the world.
The CD, the jacket and everything on
those
here
are all
has a kind of American Idol type thing going here, doesn't it?
On the inside.
Did you mean for that?
No, I didn't
Is
think
there a play
about
on that? Like,
Yeah.
see all this here?
Oh no,
Like the colors and everything?
I just thought that looked cool.
Who are all these people in the jacket?
Those are the features. What I did is to help the features out and stuff like that, I drew them all, made a cartoon of all of them, and then I also put up a little bio of their own music and stuff like that, put it all up on my website. I just figured, they're singing on my stuff, and I wanted to make it sort of a collaborative thing, and so I gave them all a little praise, and that was pretty cool.
So we were talking about the CD cover beforehand. It's you sitting in front of a cube farm.
Yeah.
And that this is an actual, all the guys you used to work with at a call center.
Yeah.
Dunder Mifflin?
Well, I wish. I wish it was Dunder Mifflin. Yeah, and that's actually what the call center looks like too. That's the whole it looks like that.
All
Man,
call
this
centers
right
look
here,
exactly the same.
that computer, the bottom of that computer monitor, that's so freaking every office in Tarrant County type.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I mean, what I did is
farm.
I just took a picture of the inside of the cube, took a picture of the outside of the cube,
Yeah.
and took a picture of my coworkers. And when I first moved to Dallas, I worked as a music producer and just did pop music. I don't know if you guys saw if you're to Jim Whitlock or Alexa Garcia or the Whiskey Sour, any of those artists. I produced all them. Jim Whitlock, Lardy B, who's got that song that's viral, the Bodak Jello, and a bunch of those others. So I produced all that and a bunch of other artists, and then I was doing it, and I was like, man, I love producing, but it's just I'm getting lazy. I'm working on my album time. I'm not married. No.
Oh, you're single guy, huh?
I have a girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
I have no kids.
Not much
married.
longer. After things go bad when people come to see us after that. They often end up at Rick's Cabaret and
I'm not saying
one thing
anything.
leads to another, and then you're divorced like us.
Speaking April 25th,
so
we'll
there's
be
not a
at
lot.
Cabaret North for Stormy Daniels coming to town.
Is that where we're doing that show? Has that been confirmed now? We're doing it there, huh?
No. Next week is someone else, but Stormy Daniels is coming.
Oh, never mind. Totally got switched up. You're talking about Stormy.
The Stormy.
Stormy. I know her. So look here, Dustin.
Yes.
Look at this. Okay. There's not a lot of work going down in this office here.
Yeah. How'd y'all get
what's the
anything
productivity
accomplished
like over
in
here
this,
at this office here?
This call center doesn't look like they're taking too many calls.
Is there a meeting with the Bobs going on or something? What's going on
there's
here?
some people working, and it's funny is those are my actual coworkers. I figured, they were the ones, they sort of helped inspire me.
Yeah.
I wrote a lot of the album while working in that call center, making calls and just writing.
So this dude here, he's a mover and shaker. Look at him looking at that projection.
That's actually
his pipeline projection.
That's my manager. That's my manager. He wears a hoodie and pants every day.
And shades
here, man.
What's right
here?
Yeah,
this guy
the
here.
one in shades. Yeah,
look at that guy right there. Look at that work he's doing.
He's all looking.
So did the who's the guy? Who's the Conan O'Brien looking dude that's looking at the projections too?
His name is actually Jake as well.
Yeah.
He is training to become the manager.
Oh, okay. We got a little on-job shadowing going on.
Yeah, and you know what?
Was this casual? Was this casual shirt Friday?
No, it's just regular work day.
I thought Friday was
Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt Friday.
You can alternate them, and
That's
if you've
what
had a
mine
good
was
month,
at the
if you have a good month, you can wear jeans. Right? Or do y'all wear jeans every day?
I wear jeans every day.
No, I mean you gotta wear something,
Yeah. This is cool.
I wish I could show you guys.
This is one of the most unique. I don't know what it is, but this thing is catching me. This is grabbing me.
It is.
It's
like
a very grabbing it's like
cover.
the what is the one the guy you gotta find the guy and you gotta find the guy in the picture. He's where's Waldo? Yeah. No.
So these are
no. What? Who?
Oh, here we go. Whoa! Wait, who's that?
That's her right there.
Wait, go back. Go here. Okay. Whoa. You better stop swiping to the right, sir.
Are you setting up dates with these people?
Well, no, I'm showing you. You can actually tell it's
Yeah.
So when you go out, have you released this last week, right? On the
It
25th?
went live like 3 days ago. What's today?
Oh yeah, it would have been 3 days ago, right?
It was Sunday.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Okay.
2 days ago, yeah.
Today's Tuesday.
Have you been performing any of the material on here yet?
So we perform. We play the Old Days live, the Noise, the Witch, Turn It Up.
That's
we
random.
Play a couple
you
of
have,
these.
Okay, so there's these names that are real pop culture-y, like stuff you would see like here on maybe 106.1 or I don't know what's another pop 102.1 now, I guess.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle of your album, you got a song called "The Witch." Is this a cover of
Southern Train Gypsy?
Yeah, Southern Train Gypsies Witch?
No, it was just
awesome.
It was Halloween, and I was watching scary movies, and I just decided to write. And we actually we don't play any covers. We haven't played a cover in like 2 years.
There's nothing in your live set that's
nothing in our live
no
set's
cover.
covered.
I could see y'all doing like a Stevie Wonder.
It's crazy. We've never. I mean, we've been done tons of festivals and corporate gigs and stuff like that, and they've never asked. We do covers or
You
anything.
do
like
corporate gigs.
We do some corporate events, and then we do
Over
a lot of fairs and festivals.
Yeah.
And
What's one of the biggest companies that you did the corporate gig for? Coldplay played a corporate gig for Salesforce. These corporate gigs have to be paying extremely well.
They also did corporate gigs for Apple.
Who? Coldplay?
Coldplay.
Yeah.
And U2.
Yeah.
And
that's a big thing out in Silicon Valley. Did you do your corporate gig out there?
No. We just did something. It was a restaurant opening. I think it was down here.
Like
was it here in
Chili's?
Abilene? No, it was like a venue opening.
What, Chili's?
It was a private event.
Okay.
So if we wanted to book you guys for the JJTM
Chili's cooking
employee appreciation seminar, in which we bring our HR department in.
Sometimes we fly them in.
We have
from
other
Austin.
producers. We bring our producers from. How much would that put us? Like $100?
What are we looking at here?
$150? $200?
We'll do it for a couple large pizzas.
What if we? Oh, here we go. Now we're talking.
For you guys. You guys.
Right.
Maybe we'll throw
Now
in
we're
a
talking.
bathrobe.
Yeah, we'll
If
give
it's
you guys a bathrobe.
customized.
Yeah.
With the JJTM.
We'll have JJTM bathrobes.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
you can just play in bathrobe only. Maybe it'll be our bathrobe lunch party.
That would be legit.
Man, I'm really liking this bathrobe idea. You think I'm playing, dude?
No, I like it too.
So I gotta pee, guys. I hate to be the showstopper, but what song do you? Let's play a song, man. Let's check.
Let's
a tune
play a
out.
song, and then let's do like when we did when we have new artists in now. Our new policy is we'll kind of run through some songs and have you talk about them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
is that
cool.
cool with you?
See what's up.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're putting you on the spot.
No, you're good. Let's do Capsized.
Okay, Capsized. This is Capsized by Jake Dexter. We'll be back right in a moment after these words from our sponsors.
Dustin got in the edibles again.
I got into a burp in the middle of that. That's what I got into. I was like,
What the hell was that? I had a flashback from.
Whoa. Don't play yet. All right, so you going to go pee-pee?
I'm gonna listen to the beginning, the intro to this song first,
Are you?
so I know what we're talking about.
Let me make sure I leave that in right. Let's see.
You're good. Let's do Capsized.
See? Okay, Capsized playback. This is Capsized by Jake Dexter. We'll be back right in a moment.
Is there something that you need to tell me right now? Whatever happened to I'll be there, and the words you let out. Maybe it's you. You shot me up full of lies, drunk till I capsized. You. To the bottom is where I lie. Is there something that you need to tell me right now? Whatever happened to I love you, and I never let you down. But baby, it's you. I went along for your ride, drunk for the last time. You. Well, tonight, this is goodbye. Around in circles and I'm feeling like I can't breathe, I can't see. The evidence is taking a hold right there at Hammerseen. And why did you leave late that night? Car engine in the back door, yeah girl, what are you trying to hide? I know that something's wrong. Tell me baby girl, what is going on? You think I'm sleeping, changing your clothes, your heart beating, jump in the bed and pretend that it's alright. Is there something that you need to tell me right now? Whatever happened to I'll be there, and the words you let out. Maybe it's you. You shot me up full of lies, drunk till I capsized. You. To the bottom is where I lie. Overused excuses, they circulating through your veins. Turn around and flip the script, you're tumbling down, you're like in Pompeii. Eruption through the catacombs with every lie you blame. Over defensive, like a witness with every word you say. Baby, I'm not stupid. I see the dress that you've been wearing out with your girls and Mr. Cupid. At the same time, Snapchat on your storyline filters they couldn't cover up what you're trying to hide. No, I never told you that you couldn't go. I gave my trust and thought that it was gold. Now I know it didn't matter how hard I tried. Lies. What is love when you're in a disguise? Every little thing you tried to hide, just a lie. I'm better off better now. Whatever happened to I loved you, and I never let you down. Yeah, I never let you down. Just some words out your mouth. This contradiction, intention, yeah, your deception needs an intervention. Ooh, baby girl, what is going on? You could have been my whole world, but you did me wrong. We could have talked it out and moved on. Instead, you lied, and now I'm gone. Gone, baby, I'm gone. I've been sitting right here for way too long. Gone, baby, I'm gone. Gone, baby, I'm gone. I've been sitting right here for way too long. Gone, baby, I'm gone. Is there something that you need to tell me right now? You're gonna tell me, baby. Whatever happens, I love you, and I'll never let you down. But baby, it's you. I went on for your ride, drunk for the last time. Well, tonight, this is goodbye. Is there something that you need to tell me right now? Whatever happens, I love you, and I'll never let you down. But baby, it's you. I went on for your ride, drunk for the last time. Well, tonight, this is goodbye.
Yeah, it feels good with it open.
Sounds good. All right, let's do this. It's probably going to be loud for just a half a second. Turn it down. We'll do it right here.
Well, tonight, this is goodbye.
All right, we're back with Jake Dexter in the studio.
Jake Dexter.
Oh, hello.
Not to be confused with Dexter Morgan, the murderer, the serial killer.
That song was Capsized off the album The Call Room.
Capsized.
And I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I can't keep it up because I start getting that weird bubble thing in your throat, and it starts
allergies,
getting weird.
Man. Yeah, the allergies are bad right now.
But I wanted to talk to you. Plus, the medication I'm on, I don't think I'm supposed to be drinking.
We didn't even talk about that, how you might not be with the show much longer.
I may not be alive much longer. We'll get into that later. We got
you want to do a
plenty of time.
podcast, Jake?
Yeah. You ever want to do a podcast? So, yeah, I wanted to get into your use of vulgarity through all these songs. And how rampant it is, and how you have to use the N-word every other word.
Whoa!
In hip hop,
that escalated quickly.
It's kind of crazy that
it's like NWA.
You just fall into the stereotypical hip hop scene.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that's one of the things when I.
There's no curse words. Are we not supposed to cuss around you?
No.
We cool here?
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't come to my mind when I write.
Yeah, it's like Sinbad.
Yeah.
He didn't cuss.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
He was on an episode of It's Always Sunny not too long ago. Well, I guess it was like 4 or 5 seasons ago.
Guess I haven't seen that episode.
Oh.
It's when they're in the mental asylum.
Oh, yeah.
At the very end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the very, very end. Yeah.
Are you an It's Always Sunny fan?
I do love It's Always Sunny.
I hate Philadelphia, but I love that fucking TV show.
No, but so I'm a songwriter, I guess, when it first comes down to it. I used to do a lot of writing for people. I mean, the only reason I even rap, I mean, I enjoy rapping, but I rap because I'm not a good enough singer to pursue singing as a career. But rapping, you know, I've worked on my voice enough to be able to, I think, you know, get through that, you know, make that a career, and I enjoy it. So when I write, I guess I just write from a songwriter point of view, and I don't really think about it as rap. I just talk faster.
So you recorded all your vocals, microphone straight to the laptop, nothing in between.
Oh, there was a little interface.
What? They sound really freaking good for there not being.
It was a little 2-channel. The little $50 on Craigslist.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. I didn't even use a booth or anything. I just had the microphone. Every once in a while, I'll put somebody in the bathroom. I didn't have any voice protection or anything. I just I've been mixing for a long time. I've been working with Logic for 10 years. And
high five.
So I know what to make do with little. And it's like I know I probably spent 16, 18 hours mixing each song just because I knew that I'd have to compensate the mixing and the composition. I'd have to compensate for all that because I'm not in a big studio. You know, because, I mean, 18 songs in a big studio is going to rack you $20,000.
But it's proof that you can do it.
Yeah, you can do
using just a laptop.
That's all this
and
microphone.
And,
yeah. The little interface, it was $50. My microphone is a Bluebird, which is $80, $90 on Craigslist.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. I just mixed the crap out of it.
You can sound really good. Or you could go to a... Never mind.
Do you frequent Craigslist?
Not as much as I used to.
Are you handing out roses?
Well, you know, I've got about 12 ads on Craigslist in some personal sections, but you know.
Man, it sounds big. It sounds like it's done in a studio, like a full-on studio. It's got a really good professional sound.
When you sent all the tracks over, I listened to it. And
basically, we thought you sucked until we heard it.
And no, I was kind of impressed. And then when I finally went and read the bio and you put that line in there about a laptop and microphone in your living room, I was like, okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
There's no way. And but it can be done.
Yeah.
Logic's a hell of a beast.
It is. What's some of your favorite rappers?
I listen to 98.7. That's all I listen to.
Oh yeah,
K-Love.
So you're not even really.
I don't.
So
listen.
You rap, but you're not even really a rap fan.
No, I mean I like rap, and I like generally I like most music. There's not much music I don't like. But all I listen to is K-Love. I don't know why. I grew up on it.
And then where Wolfman Jack was at for a while.
I mean,
wasn't he?
I want to do
Casey Kasem.
I want to do a cover of "Be My Little Baby," the Ronettes.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love Frankie Valli.
Yeah,
Frankie Valli.
Frankie Valli's. Yeah,
he's probably one of my favorite singers. I listen to some singer songwriters, John McLaughlin and Matt Wirtz and Michael Tolcher, Gavin DeGraw, stuff like that. But I don't. Not that I don't like most rap. If I turn the radio on, you know, I'll groove it and stuff like that. But
is there a music that you can't get into that you've discovered yet, or you just love it all, huh?
When I first picked up the accordion, I wasn't super into. I wasn't super into like classical accordion.
So no Flacco?
I like classical music.
You don't like Flacco?
It's all right.
Out of all things, I'm not a big fan of the accordion.
I mean,
what's your favorite metal band?
I mean, Metallica.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Sorry, Ulrich wasn't here to talk Metallica with you.
Yep. Ulrich missed out.
What's your favorite Metallica album?
I wouldn't be able to name an album of any artist.
Really?
I just look at the songs and just download them.
Yeah, that's the way it is now with Spotify.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
You don't really know the albums. You just know that you like the musician.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the whole
websites?
What do you think of websites and what they're doing for America? Now, what do you think of the whole screw the album? We're just going to release singles. movement that's going on in pop and hip hop.
I used to have a manager consulting, and I still work with him from time to time out of Nashville. His name's Vinny Rebus. He's with Import Entertainment. He sort of did some consulting with me. I hired him on to help consult on different things that I was doing. And that's one thing he recommended. He was like, the way it is you release a single, wait about 5-6 weeks, good press on it. Well, good press up, lead up to it. You need 2 to 3 weeks, at least minimum of, good press going. And then you release a single, and then you wait 2 months, and you release another single, or 5 weeks, you release another single, and you release 3 to 4 singles, and then you release the album as a whole. And that's what he wanted me to do. And he didn't want me to do 18 tracks. He was like, no, you need to do 11, like everybody else. Do 9, 10, or 11, something like that. And just really singles up to. I was like, look, man, I sent you 5 songs I wrote last week that you said are all radio worthy or could be up there. I was like, I'm gonna release 18 because I've already have half of my whole new album that I'm gonna be releasing in a couple months already ready. I write too much and I have too much free time. And I don't watch enough X-rated material to keep me busy.
That's your problem right there. That's your problem.
So I told him, I was like, you know what, I think that's awesome. And it's a good marketing strategy, and it's especially good for upcoming artists because not only the promotion-wise, but you can make the revenue off the single, you make the revenue off the next single, then when you put it all together, you make the overall revenue because it's separated. And I think that's great. But for me, I just like putting out music. I write a lot. I just want it out, And so I would just screw it.
I don't blame you. I go back and forth on should you release a full album? Should you release an EP? Should you release this or that? I don't know.
I think
the whole pop movement of a single.
If it were me, if I was in a band, I would do kind of the both. There would be times that I would release a full album, and then there would be times where, hey, let's just do a quick EP, kind of like. And then there'd be times like Between the Buried Me, what they're doing, they're releasing a first half of a full length. But the problem is with them, like a EP is a full length almost.
Yeah, that's the thing is they have to divide it in half because of the source material. I think you can't put it on media to fit everything. Like if you release a CD or vinyl, it won't all fit on there.
Well, maybe my point is I would mix it up. I would not be one of these bands that says I'm dedicated to the EP. And I would definitely not be one of these bands that I'm dedicated to the LP. You know what I mean? Or singles or whatever. I just wouldn't dedicate to that because
just do whatever feels right.
Right at the time,
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like with my stuff, it's a little different. It's I have my I just do it on my laptop. Yeah. I mean, I could go home, write a single
from Craigslist.
Yeah. Well, no. Probably not a good idea. But
not a good idea.
I mean, I could go home tonight, write a new single, write and record it tonight, mix it and release it. Tomorrow night after sending out some press emails in the morning.
Jesus,
it's just because I can just turn it around like that because it's just
Have you ever done that?
When I Have You, I did that. Is a song on the album.
You just wham bam, thank you ma'am it and send it out.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll do that, and that's the same thing. Sometimes I'll release a single if I write something.
Are you doing your own mastering?
It's funny
I do all my own mixing, mastering,
the whole
composing.
thing.
I play everything. Occasionally, I'll have somebody play on it, or I'll have my band come hop on it.
Yeah.
If you go to my website and you see it up there, and
you can mention it.
If you click on the JakeDexter.com.
There you go.
There's a section on there called the call room. If you click on that, it talks a little bit about the album and stuff like that. But
that's where
because I'm I guess like self-contained. I mean, it's different. Like if I have a song idea, I'll do full production of any ideas.
Why do I get the impression there's not a lot of weed and pizza going on in the studio?
There's not.
There's a lot of pizza.
A lot of pizza, just not a lot of weed.
And I am prescribed Adderall.
See? Oh, here we go. Here we go. There comes the common denominator.
We both
for my ADHD.
We both play Nords. We both.
This is all starting to make sense how this show got booked.
Yeah, it all works out. So you said, "When I Have You."
When I Have You. Also, Hello was on the album.
Hello.
When I Have You. Actually,
I thought you said you didn't do covers. Just kidding.
Well,
let's listen to this.
What I do like about your lyric content is it's very common man.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
I write very basic for the most part.
Have you sold a lot of songs to people? Seems like this would be the type of music you could sell to like Justin Timberlake or something.
So
if he was looking,
the thing with that is I've don't have the exact contacts.
Uh-huh.
I've recently made the exact contacts with Vinny, the manager that I consult with. I'm not going to go super into it.
No, you don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
Long story short, I was set up to go on the road for a 570 show tour for basically the next 2 years.
What you can do that? That's like a month-long road trip, right? 570 shows in a month?
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, I'd be shopping this all over top 40 stuff. Like contemporary, adult contemporary, like, what's that, Maroon 5? What's that dude's name that's on the Adam Levine?
Adam Levine.
Like, that's what I would set my sights on as cats like that.
Yeah. Well, so what happened was we're working on this stuff together, and then I've been preparing for this tour for like 6 months. And then, long story short, some stuff happened in January with the agency and everything going on. Whole thing got scrapped.
Who's this doing the vocals here?
That's Tim McDonald.
Good Lord.
He's an incredible vocalist.
Crank that up a little bit. This kid is local?
Yep. He's great. And long story short, that all went down the drain. And it's a real messy situation with the agency. And then my manager just happened to be involved. And so he's sort of on full recovery mode. So that he was the person that was going to help get these to the right people. And now he's sort of in trouble and some other stuff. Not sure what's going on.
So
should we erase
the collusion?
10 minutes of this show?
Should we
No, nothing like that. He's all good. But so now I just don't really have the contact for selling. But we'll see how this album goes and see how well it does the next year.
Yeah, when going through it, you can definitely hear it on a bunch of different radio stations. You can hear it in commercials. Like there's a lot of this has like commercial.
Yeah.
Qualities too, like television.
I'm a pop writer. I write pop music.
Yeah.
It's
that's where the money's at, I would think.
Hey, what's the average length on a pop song these days?
3 minutes 30 seconds.
That's where they keep it.
Yeah. Sometimes it goes a little longer nowadays. It's actually longer now than it used to be. I think 4 minutes to 15 seconds is a lot where they come up to.
Have you ever
I know at one time they were like 2:45.
It used to be really short.
To the point.
It used to be really short, but they've been extending a lot.
You sent this up to okay.
Oh yeah, there's storms outside.
So have you sent this up to what's her name that we joke about, and TJ or JT up at 106.1? What's her name? Kelly Raspberry and all that, like that station 106.1.
So I reached out to.
Man. Tell me who do I need to talk to here?
I reached out to 102.1 and 102.9 probably 8 or 9 times over the past year and a half, and I've never heard a response. I've heard one time say, "We'll look into it."
Yeah.
Never ever heard a response from any of them, and so I didn't even bother any radio stations. We have tons of radio play down south, Call Station, Houston, Austin, and I was actually on the charts in Chicago, because I started the project when I did my social media marketing.
Yeah. I
was originally planning on moving to Chicago, so that whole 8 months, the majority of that I spent doing my marketing.
They kill a lot of people up there. I don't know if you've heard that.
Yeah,
they do,
but
they do kill people.
The majority of that marketing I did that.
Wish I had video of that. What just happened?
No, I was listening outside.
Think you heard a missile coming in?
I don't know what it was.
Right. But the majority of the marketing I did that 8 to 10 months that I was, just sitting there doing it. I did it. Had Jake Dexter based in Chicago.
Yeah.
Because I thought that was a good spot for it. So I built most of my following in Chicago, New York, that whole round robin area. So I get good radio play out there, but for some reason in Dallas I just haven't been successful. And so after I didn't hear anything back because I figured 102.1 and 102.9, that would be the easier ones.
I would say
keep
plugging away though, because there's a lot of change going on right now, and radio stations, the major radio stations that are still left are still looking for unique ways to build a bond with their listeners and stuff. So I would never stop.
Yeah, I never tried for 106.1, but I with this new album, I'm going to reach out to everybody again and see if. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Okay, Dustin, you cannot take one of your pills.
3:30 in the morning,
and you have to stop eating edibles before our show. Oh, here you go, Bon Jovi.
City's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. So that's not Bon Jovi. That's Garth Brooks.
My bad. I know.
Thunder Rolls.
Sorry, Thunder Rolls.
Hey,
let's do another one.
I do want to say this. One of the things that might be a detractor
is the thunder.
is on track 1. You have Daniel Gonzalez with you.
Yeah.
The spree killer from Sussex, London, that killed 4 people and injured 2 other before being caught. He was known as the Freddy Krueger killer. Is it not the same one?
Not the same guy.
Dang it. All right. Wait, what's a good one? What's a good one to go through?
Let's put on The Noise.
The Noise.
That seems to be one of the more
That's track 3 with
popular one.
Christopher Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jam it here.
If you listen to this one, the drums are my keyboard. So listen to the drums fills.
What MIDI keyboard are you using?
I just use the $50 one I got off Craigslist. The little, it's just a controller. It's like this big. It's I don't remember the name of it. I've had it for forever.
Uh-oh. That's the problem.
Sorry, Jake. That's our demon dog. So what's this song about?
This is about love lost.
Love lost.
Love lost.
It's very general.
This is a very deep song. If you listen to the words in these verses,
it gets more specific.
You'll
listen to
understand.
This is good stuff, Jake.
Thank you, man. If you listen to these lyrics, it'll paint a pretty picture for you. Well, not too pretty.
Sitting here for 3 hours, not saying one word. It feels like torture. Cause I know we both hurt. Yeah, back and forth, the silence piercing through so undisturbed. And every now we play that same little game. You shut me out and I try to make sure that you're okay. But after 10 months of playing this every day, my words turn into dust and my faith starts to fade. It was never good enough. I couldn't be your hero.
Are your studio musicians and your live musicians the same people right now?
I only have one studio musician. I just have my guitar player come in.
So basically, you're bringing in everyone that you play with live.
No, I do.
Or you're doing it all. That's
I do it all on my keyboard, except for the guitar. Like so, every once in a while, my guitar player come in.
How much do y'all rehearse, or you just meet up live and rip through it?
No, I'm a slave writer when it comes to rehearsing.
Yeah,
I made my guys rehearse for 6.5 months before we played our first show.
Where did y'all rehearse at?
In the same living room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I made them first 3 months is just all acoustic until they have it hammered into their brains with the click track, everything hammered. My guys will tell you that I run them, but
how many days a week?
Well, it started out twice a week, and now it's just once a week.
Are these guys the same age?
That makes sense.
They're actually all guys I went to high school with.
Oh, okay.
Except for one I met on Craigslist.
You went goddamn Craigslist.
Are you working for? Is this a bot?
Is it?
Do we have a real bot in front of us?
And then my fiddle player is one I met on tour with country musicians.
You have a fiddle player.
He'll come with us on every once in a while, be on a show.
Does he ever play? Went down to Georgia?
He can play that. He's incredible. He tours with everybody.
I don't remember hearing fiddle on any of this.
I haven't either.
Oh, I didn't put any fiddle on the album. I just have him come play with us live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how does it? I
want to see
way
him.
Have you seen videos of our live
show?
Is it
like Dave Matthews fiddle type sounding stuff?
I'll show you a sample.
Was it the one at 3 Links?
No.
There was one.
I'll show you one with him.
Okay.
Let me see.
One of the songs I liked on here, I want to jump to a lot because it had a line on here that cracked me up.
I would make love to this song.
Was The Old Days. The track just
Little
before
Wall
this.
there?
Oh.
Okay.
Did you listen to Who I Am?
Yeah.
Okay. Who I Am, I talk about being...
That's another one with Daniel.
That is another one with Daniel.
The serial killer.
I'll tell you more about that one later.
But I think it's right here at the beginning. Gotta remember. The Old Days. I can't say the line verbatim, but it has to do with...
Oh, yeah, we listened to this the first time you said. This was like the first track we listened to.
Right here.
Now I know what you meant to say. So take me back to the old days, and everything will be
alright. You take me back to the old days. We were sipping on OJ, and our biggest concern was the top 8 on our MySpace.
Right there.
You just got texting on the phone. It was
MySpace?
I had forgot about the top 8 on MySpace and how people used to joust to be in your top
Right?
8.
Yeah. Remember that stupid?
cracked me up.
Hey, do y'all remember? Okay, it's funny that we brought up MySpace. Do you remember the Mafia game that you could play on MySpace? How
Yeah.
rad that thing was!
Yeah.
I love that, and
That
people
was fun.
talk shit.
Yeah.
Fuck
it was
you.
great.
This is good. This is a good song, man.
This guy's
You ever-
actually. Oh, what were you saying?
my name?
No. I thought you were speaking my bad.
Oh no, go ahead.
So this is a singer out of New York. I was producing Jim Whitlock's album, and he would just always tune in live on stream. And he said he's coming down for her album release, which was a year ago. And he's a singer-songwriter, and he was great.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, I'm releasing an album in like 8 or 9 months. I got a spot open. Do you want to sing on it? And he was like, I would love to. And he came down for like 2 days to come see the show, to see Jen's album release show. And just brought him over to the living room, set up the microphone.
Went for it.
Yeah, he sung on it, and that was great.
When someone comes in and does that, do you already have the lyrics you want?
Yeah, I have everything already
sang?
written. So I'll
Okay.
record a full scratch of me singing everything.
Okay.
I'll send them a full scratch they can practice with. They can listen to it, practice. I say, you obviously are able to tweak the chorus.
He sounds like someone I've heard like do a song with like, what's that? Fiasco, Flippy, or what's his name?
Lupe.
Lupe Fiasco. Yeah, Lupe.
Yeah, I love Lupe's stuff.
Sounds like someone that I've
Lupe's
heard do stuff with
badass.
him.
Yeah, but so yeah, I'd send them everything, and I'm like, you obviously have variation on the chorus. If you want to try some stuff out, we'll always have you singing how I sung it, and then experiment with it, because I'm not a singer. I can write melodies, but I don't specialize. I think I sing
So
on
you didn't
2
find him
songs
on
in there.
Craigslist, is what you're telling me?
No.
Do you ever let anybody just freestyle come in and just?
I
play
haven't
'em?
for this album, because this album was all songs already pre-written.
But any of your other stuff, do you let them just come in
Yeah.
and be like, let's
Yeah.
see what happens?
Yes, I do co-writing as well. We'll sit down. I'll lay down some chords. I'm a chord man.
Mhm.
I'll sit back and pad all day, and just see what we come up with.
Maybe I
You
should
know?
collab with him for my hip hop album.
Why not? Matt's been wanting to do a hip hop album for a while.
I'm down.
I am.
It'd be rad.
It's weird because I'm not joking.
No, he's not. He's not joking at all.
I'm down. I'm down. I don't
Yeah.
do a lot of beats. I do a lot of live instrumentation.
That's fine.
But if you're down for that,
Yeah.
I'll build
You know.
you some beats. He can do live instrumentation.
I'll just mix it.
You,
And then if we
Rap
end up
over.
playing a live show, we'll just be fucked.
Yeah, there we go.
no, you just played all the track. You have a DJ back there that hits the track.
Yeah.
Hits the MPC. Go.
You know what though? I'm kind of a guy that likes the rap, like Wiz Khalifa and stuff, that takes the whole band with him. Like I like that. I like him when
Yeah.
like the Roots, that type of thing. All those, and Most Def used to do that. Would
That's
take
what-
the whole band, and I love that.
That's what we do live.
Yeah.
I actually just ordered me and my keyboard player, because one of my singers plays keys live and I play keys live.
Yeah.
Actually-
What's that new kid right now that's so huge? The dude
Oh,
from
you-
Atlanta, Childish Gambino, dude.
Yeah.
Does he take his whole? Excuse me.
What was that?
The cops knock, or was that lightning, or what? Hello. Anyway, does he take his band live?
I think he does. I think he takes a drummer.
Oh, he does.
I think he takes a drummer.
What about? Is someone trying to come in?
I don't know. Let me go see.
What about Posty? Has he got a
No,
full band?
he
just brings his DJ and rocks it out, huh? Let's see what we got here. Oh, hey, it's our producer.
Nice.
You're about to get a pink. That's why you're here, because you found out you're about to get a pink slip, or not a pink slip, but a write up. What's that? A yellow slip?
I don't know. One of them.
Yeah, for no call, no show.
See that I'm one that says there's an advantage and a disadvantage to having a full band go with you, because sometimes if you want to knock out a bunch of shows,
It's easier
it's easier to have
Yeah.
backing tracks and stuff.
So what I did recently, and this is actually just in the past like month and a half, I ordered me and one of my singers guitars. So we're actually going to be rocking guitars now live on stage.
Did you? I got something to say about guitars in a second.
But I have the full. So I prefer to run with my full band, because we do full production, like everything with the 7 people, sometimes 8. But we do actually have the entire 60, 90, and 2.5 hour show with just me and my singer with the full backing tracks without the keys in it that we can go. And I've got a giant backdrop and all sorts of stuff. Going to be hopefully working on a light show within the next like month or two to make sure I have all that all self-enclosed. But if we want to go do shows like that, if we want to do short run shows or, go when my guys work full time, me and him can go and put on a full production show with just our guitars and I have an organ shell that I run with too, and do that and still put on a good show. And so just trying to hit it at every angle.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
There was a band the other night, Bella Novella, that played Lola's. They played with Well Hung Heart, and the girl was rocking a guitar.
Bella Lugosi's dead,
and I loved it.
Did it?
Yeah, they're
that
awesome.
name just reminded me of Bella
so
Lugosi's
awesome.
dead.
They got this new one that's it's all wireless.
That's what theirs were.
I'm sure it's the same exact. There's one guitar right now that's like the top of the line.
Yeah.
It's like $300.
Yeah,
but it's wireless. And
top
stuff.
of the line.
But it's
$300.
it's like top of the cell. Like everybody's getting it. And it's just like
it's so awesome that.
You know what's funny about this interview or this whole show is I like how Jake, like we're moving along and stuff, and he's real professional. He knows what he's doing. And I bought that at Craigslist.
It's pretty awesome.
Have you ever worked with a Casio 2120?
I have not.
Have you ever worked with an Axiom 25?
There we go. He's
Film
talking
Audio?
real equipment here.
And
those are both more expensive than my keyboards.
Really?
This is in the rare Ferrari yellow.
I'll let you use
Ferrari
that
yellow
when we do the
paint.
hip hop. When we do the hip hop EP, I'll let you use that if you like.
Okay.
You'll let him use my keyboard.
Yeah, we got a deal.
That works. That works for me.
Yeah, we got to get a singer too. Cause you know what though? I want to get a female singer. Or no, I like any singer. Get a singer too.
No, you have guest appearances.
Yeah, we should do that. We'll do 5 songs and we'll just kind of like you got your setup now.
Yeah.
I like that.
I got tons of singers in my phone if you want to pull from.
Don't give me numbers because I get drunk and next thing you know, we read at Twin Peaks like 10 years ago. I was wondering how you're doing. Y'all still have the pulled pork nachos?
Bad idea. What? That's confusing.
There you go.
So this is out now. It's streamable. It's on Apple Music, on Spotify.
It's on everything. Yeah.
On everything. You got it all. It's on iHeartRadio. It's gone out of business. It's on.
Don't tell them.
Don't tell anybody. But you can purchase it on iTunes and Google Play and all the fun outlets.
You know what? Speaking of that night overturn we talked about, I was sick with the flu, and 2 days before I was supposed to send in the album, I wrote this song. I wrote New York Queen, and I was sick.
Where's it at?
As
Bam.
whatever.
You wrote? Were you on medication?
I was on medication. I had the flu, but it was just terrible.
So you're on cough syrup and Adderall, pretty much.
Yeah. I wrote it 2 days before. I wrote it, recorded, had the feature come in.
Who's doing the flute? Wait a second. Is that a real flute? Or Okay. I was like, damn, that's what.
Wait, don't say flute and point at your penis rapidly. Like you
No,
just
but
did.
You could tell that I'm super sick with my voice. Like if you actually listen to my tone, I'm sick as shit.
Working that 9 to 5, 9 to 9, working all day and night so I can make you mine. Moving to the city, we can live under the lights. Take the Broadway station, we can do this right. Come here, baby, you been looking so.
But I put it on there anyways because I did it 2 days before. I wanted it on the album. I couldn't push anything back, so I was like, fuck it.
So,
put it.
Are you a proponent of Adderall? Adderall's a hell of a drug. You get a lot done.
I get a lot done when I'm on it. Yeah.
Yeah. You get a lot done.
Or I only take it when I'm either writing, like producing, or when I'm playing Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Or video
what about
games.
Nightwatch? Or not Nightwatch,
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Yeah, or Skyrim. If you've ever taken your medicine and playing video games, you'll get a lot done.
Yeah, it helps. It sounds like your musicians are having a lot of fun.
It sounds like the shed's about to get blown away.
Yeah, there's I don't know if you can hear it, people, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning. And there's a
my
touchdown
band sometimes gets not upset, but I'll come to them with like 3 new songs. Like here's how they go. Here's the music. We're gonna play these next week, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta learn it. And if I don't learn it right, but then they learn it and we kill it, and they have a great time. But I'm always bringing them new material. I try not to overwhelm them too much. So
yeah,
they all sound like good dudes.
Yeah, they're all great guys.
I dig it. I like it. It's very fun.
No, there's your
besides your excessive use of the F word and the N word and
and I put a lot of organ solos in this thing. I think there's like 7 organ solos in this album.
Oh, I was gonna say not on the song, but
Do
yeah.
you, do you have a jazz background at all?
No.
Martin and Wood and all that?
I was in drumline in high school, and then I transferred schools, and I wanted to be in this. I went to Richardson. I transferred to Richardson High School, and they have a composition, a music theory class, and so I wanted to be in that. And then, so this was my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
And the theory teacher was like, "Hey, we need a keyboard for jazz band." I was like, "I'll look and see if anything was." He goes, "No, we need a keyboard player, and you're gonna play keyboard." And I was like, "Oh." I go, "Okay."
Okay.
And he goes, "You know where the notes go. You know how they go.
Yeah.
So just do it." And I was like, "Okay." And so I started when I was 17 in jazz band. The first month and a half was rough as shit because not playing keyboard and then just being put into jazz band was just not. That just doesn't work.
I bet you got laid way before me because of music. Because how old am I now?
Contrary to belief, I don't think girls are that much into jazz
Not anymore,
keyboard players.
I don't think they're into musicians anymore, are they?
No, there's a few.
Get back to these stories, huh?
Yeah.
These animated stories, huh?
These stories that I experienced over the weekend, I got a lot of.
Oh, nice.
I've got a lot of ladies being like, "You were hot on stage playing bass."
Hey.
Oh, this guy right here, he'd never sung on anything ever. He was my sister's friend. He was available, and I heard him sing karaoke.
Devin Fuqua?
Fuqua.
Yeah, he's on Trek.
He's never done anything ever. This is his first
that's
time.
King Fuqua. Right.
And he killed it. He did a great job.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, it's good music, man.
thank
Appreciate
you.
you coming in and talking to us about it.
Go grab it everywhere. Everywhere it's
Yeah.
available.
And
Available
in a
today.
second, when we're about to wrap up the show, we'll let you go ahead and rip through your next, what you got coming up.
We're actually getting pretty close there, Matt. I wanted to drop some bombs on you.
Is it Far Cry? Is it Far Cry 5?
There's Far Cry 5. I wanted to talk to you about, and this goes right along with our music stuff, that for the first time, 2017, for the first time since 2011, physical albums outsold digital.
Wow.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah.
What?
Physical albums outsold digital, and 200 million more of those sales. Okay, so there was a total of, let's see here.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
There was a total of $2.8 billion in records sold last year.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
1.3 billion was digital downloads, and 1.5 billion was physical. So it beat them by 200 million. And of that 200 million, it says here that 75% of those sales were vinyl.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, then what they need to do is clear more, give more of a yield spread for local radio or local vinyl stores and record stores to make money. Labels, okay?
Yeah.
Don't
that's
offer
nuts.
your shit on your website for the same exact price that you're selling it for wholesale. That's bullshit. That's how you weed out a whole industry. So if you're listening and you own a label,
This sounds like an angry man that runs.
it's not an angry man. It's just I was very surprised at the small amount of margins that are available for record store owners.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
And if you can't say you're in it for vinyls to get big again and for physical copies to get big again and to be trendy and stuff, and then rip the nuts out from under a record store owner, that's not right. It's not how things work. And it's a tad of the old school, like that whole money grabbing mentality too. It makes me mad. It does make me mad. But everybody's got to make money, you know?
Gotta make money.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I thought that was pretty badass. Also,
interesting.
It's nuts.
And
Does it? Wait a second. Okay,
I
what
don't-
is that? What about these type of things that are starting to pop up? Like, what would that be considered? Would that be a hard copy, or would that be a?
I'd say digital.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I'd say it'd be digital.
Yeah.
Because all it is a glorified MP3 player.
Yeah.
That looks like a cassette tape.
You seen that before, Jake?
Seen
a
it
lot of
once
people
before.
are
I've
starting
never
to
seen
do
one up
this
front.
now.
So I don't
This
know
is
if-
justifies.
I don't know if it's charged. Let me see if it's charged.
That's cool.
If it's charged?
That's nuts.
It's very weird.
It is very weird.
Like, you imagine if you stepped into a DeLorean and fast forwarded into from 1988 to now, and then you got one of those, you'd be like, "What the fuck do I do with this?
Why has this tape got a
What is this,
screen
man?
on it?
What do I do here?
What do I do?
Donald Trump is president?"
Let me charge it for a little bit, and then I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
see, I'm all about saving money. The place I go for digital, you can get 100 CDs for like $70.
So that article that you ripped that from, did it mention theater and movies?
No, it was just album music.
So I wonder what's going on with movies and stuff.
VHS.
Who cares? This was about music. That's all we care about. Who cares?
Okay, fuck me. God damn, I just asked the fucking question.
No, it didn't say anything. It didn't say anything about movies.
Let's talk about Far Cry.
Or newspapers. So you want to get into Facebook?
Magazine? There was no variations section where...
No, it didn't break down oi or we or whatever the hell it is. Do you want to... I mean, we're here telling the show, and this is a heavy subject, but the fuckery of Facebook.
Do we have time? Because I got a lot to say about it.
We are at...
Huh?
They got worse today.
Was it?
We're at an hour and 50 minutes.
Okay, if we want to get into this, we can. We started late, so if you want to do about 10 minutes on this, we can, and then we'll wrap.
We can.
So
Parliament in Britain requested.
Who said fuck you?
Zuckerberg.
Why don't you get on the mic, man?
No,
You've got an update.
Zuckerberg
he finally said that he would go
that
and
microphone
appear.
is not hot.
Oh, it's not my bad.
Zuckerberg will not go over to the EU, but he will go to Washington.
Yeah, he said
but
he would
the
appear.
EU has the more stringent laws. That's what he's scared of. They have more privacy laws over there than we do.
And the EU, if they wanted to, could just shut it down.
Well, here's my deal. For the
there are
first time
switches
ever, I am very close to pulling the plug on Facebook. I know you don't think it's necessary yet, but I'm right teetering on the edge. I've had just about enough of it. And this thing that came out with Facebook and the data dumps and what's happened, I know it's not new news, but I had no idea until I heard a few shows and read a few things this week how bad it actually was and how much information they were ripping. Is this your?
This is
what
my
you're talking
Facebook.
about?
This is my Facebook data dump. You can go to Facebook and you can ask for a complete download of everything they have on you and your profile.
Yeah. I saw that.
And this is all in here. And I have no idea why Richard Hennessy is a family member. I have no idea why that says that. But these are all people that have connected to me and said they were related to me.
Wow.
So what's the most insane
through,
thing that you've seen on here so far?
Well, if you look through my shit, it's all... I make fun of just about everything. I mean, I graduated from the Derek Zoolander Center.
I wonder if mine still says that I work at the CIA.
I once graduated
It probably
there.
was. But it like everywhere you put that you've worked at is there.
Even ones you've taken off?
My activities,
activities
are Bubba Fett and Circuit Bent. Like, I have no idea. But the music thing in here is just about anybody we've ever had on the show and anybody we've ever talked about.
How much?
I don't know how
that's nuts.
This comes from, and then this other shit down
here.
What's? Well, this isn't the one that you got to worry about.
It's the ad thing, right? That you've.
Yeah. So you go back up here and you go to ads, and
this thing is big.
These are the ad topic. Okay, this download was 2 gigs.
That's what I was going to ask.
This file was
about 2
gig
huh?
download. For me, it was a 2 gig download. For others, it could be more or less. But what it does is it brings all your photos, all your videos, everything you've ever posted down.
Even stuff you deleted?
Even stuff you deleted.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of crazy. But so in these ad topics, this is what is the big deal that everybody's shitting over. And there's a couple of things in here I'm like, okay, whatever. But why? Okay, cool. You know that I like Death Clock, and you know that I like progressive rock and Legos and Manchester United and industrial rock and Dallas, the Stars. I like Mastodon. I mean,
yeah, but you got to think of it as a hacker, though. Oh, this guy likes Mastodon. Let me try some of his passwords. Crack the sky _2121. I know you would never do that.
Yeah.
But this is why this is.
Actually, it's Mastodon 01.
Oh, my bad.
Point. But
666.
So, like, this stuff isn't what I'm really worried about. And a lot of people are throwing a shit fit about these ad topics. But when you get
Look
down,
how much information that is.
So your ad history, your ad history is a little weird because it shows what you've clicked on, the ads that you've clicked on.
That's nuts.
Through the whole thing.
God,
So,
is chicks with dicks on there?
What kind of ad would that be?
I don't know. But here's the one. Here's the one that's scary.
Advertisers with
your contact info.
Oh,
Cyndi Lauper, Prophets of Rage, Bed Bath & Beyond, Marilyn Manson, Airbnb, IC Resources, Spotify, The Eagles, Sally Beauty, Valley Power Systems.
Jonathan Davis.
That is
Sweet.
nuts.
I'm glad Jonathan got my stuff. Marquise Theater, Steely Dan, The Fillmore in Detroit. I've no idea. Like, this is shit I've never clicked on.
Albertsons.
Albertsons. I've never talked about. Well, Motionless in White I
I
have.
see Godsmack there.
There's Bon Jovi. They probably just added that.
Look at Godsmack there.
Godsmack, Joan Jett, The Smashing Pumpkins, Marriott Rewards, Pop Evil, RCM. Which one?
House of Blues New Orleans.
What about the Stars Behavioral Health Group? And you know what? This House of Blues New Orleans might have been when we took a trip down there, not seeing who was playing.
That's crazy.
But
keep going.
Machine.
There's a lot of Airbnb.
Amsterdam stuff. Yeah, how many strip clubs are on here? Terminix, House of Blues Dallas, Leonard Skinner.
What?
Wayne.
Are you into them?
That's the band, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Rob
Uber
Zombie,
Eats.
Oakdale Theater. So, the Aztec Theater. I mean, most of this is all just music related. Emirates.
You don't see this as evasive at all?
Because I don't care.
I know you don't.
I don't treat my
But think of it-
Facebook like my
You
life.
don't. You
No.
don't. You do not. I don't.
No.
I try not to either. But as a hacker, do you or a research center or whatever? This is a gold mine.
No, and when you use something like that, you need to have the mindset that your shit's gonna be sold to advertisers.
If you're on Facebook, remember that.
Why is Google Mail free? Why is
It's open
Gmail
to
free?
that. It's open. They're selling data.
Because they go through there, they
Information.
scan your emails, see
Yeah.
what you're into, and sell it to advertisers.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's why it's free.
It's the double sided. It's the
yeah.
double sided. It's the double edged sword of technology. And
Now, if you're someone that treats Facebook like this is my diary, and these are my private thoughts, and I want to have my private thoughts in a centralized
Yeah.
location for years to come or whatever,
Mhm.
you're going about it wrong because you got to realize that your private shit isn't going to be private.
yeah,
Our messages we all send to each other that are
Oof.
insane.
dear God.
You want to see them?
No, are they in here?
You go up here and you go to messages in this
What?
file. And now I can just go through anybody I've ever sent a message to is all through here.
Wow.
And I can go through here and I can click on, here's one
if
with
you click on one, will it pop up?
Shelby, Map, Eric, and 2 others. Here's
The whole thread.
the whole thread.
That is nuts.
Are you in here? Yeah,
Yeah.
Jason D. What was this
Probably
about?
one of our trips to New Orleans or the river.
Oh, no. Y'all expressed interest in going down to San Antonio to see Nine Inch Nails. I wanted to see who was in for it. And this was sending all y'all messages.
That is crazy.
I don't think the pictures are in here. I haven't gone through. Here's Twin Peaks greatness. Oh, yeah, look. There's all the emojis.
Go to Drag the Ocean.
I was looking for Drag the Ocean. Can I
See the pictures and Drag the
Hashtag
Ocean.
find.
Jake, you might want to turn away after this.
Uh-oh.
During this part.
There it is. Drag the Ocean.
That's crazy.
Matt, Drag the Ocean.
There are 8 of them, and each one of them can do that.
Can we show this? We can't show this on YouTube. But
Ladies and
this
gentlemen,
is-
I give you Drag the Ocean.
This is our band's chat.
This is why you don't play in rock bands.
That is crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, this is, like, if you want to, look how long, look.
Oh, dear God.
Do you see where this is?
Yeah.
Do you see how
I
far?
we're calling each other racist.
Look, do you see how far back this goes?
That is so crazy.
This was the beginning.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
This is when we started the group. And we were all like,
And there's a
remember that?
butthole t-shirt.
The butthole t-shirt. I mean, this is history. But it's
That is
all in this
crazy.
report. This is from June 29th, 2016.
And we still haven't played the show.
And we still haven't played the show. And then here's one with you and Josh that dates back to
Is that the Stink Flamingo?
May 6th.
Or the, what were we, beef?
Whoa. I
Oh.
didn't know I put these pictures on there.
I don't know.
I might change my...
I have a feeling that this one's going to hit Facebook.
Well,
I know they got
It has-
extremely large amounts of money, but I bet you their stock starts messing around
would
now.
you like a... would you like to
An
know what
update?
happened today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
So Zuckerberg has been said that he would go to Congress. Let me stop this ad.
But he's not going overseas, is
He's
what
not going to go
field
overseas.
reporter said.
They are saying that the company Cambridge Analytica allegedly harvests data from more than 50 million Facebook users, and they think it's actually a whole lot more.
Is it from everybody?
Yeah,
it's from every user.
Every user.
Did you hear the weird angle? Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna get to that. Yeah. But on since March 16th, Facebook stock has plunged 18%, which is almost $80 billion from there.
And that's a week ago?
A week ago.
Wow.
And Zuckerberg's
so it is
net
starting
worth,
to hurt some pocketbooks.
Zuckerberg's net worth has fallen $14 billion.
Wow. And didn't he have political aspirations for a while?
Yeah.
You can kiss that goodbye.
So
this thing keeps tumbling.
Also, what else do you think was going to happen in a call center or a Silicon Valley corporate office where FBI has set up office?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, right in the middle of their command center, FBI has an office.
That is so freaking Mr. Robot.
What'd you think was going to happen? What'd you think? They weren't looking at all your stuff?
Who?
Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
So do you want to talk about
that's
this audio?
That's the scary part. Do you think that's actually ever going to come out? Whatever's gone in between the NSA and the CIA and FBI? You think that'll ever come out? Like, hey, here's what we know.
They're all set up in there. Well, look, the black room that's in the AT&T building in San Francisco that the NSA had for years, nothing has ever come out about it, and it's still up and running.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
So what I was saying, the weird angle that I've heard about on the podcast that I listen to, did you hear about how the information that was used by Obama's campaign?
Would you like to play the audio?
Is that what you're directly talking about?
I've got it.
Okay,
I've got the audio right here.
That.
Okay, so RenTrak is a company that does
RemTrak?
RenTrak, RenTrak. They do global media measurement. They're a research company, so they do analysis of all media and like what percentage of listeners are doing this and what percentage of people are doing this and that. They're a data farming company.
Yeah.
That goes through and
statusizes
it. Well, this Carol Davidson is of RenTrak, and she had a what is it? A big speech, a conference.
Yeah, and also do the same as the podcast, as the No Agenda show. Don't get sidetracked by the upward inflection, Valley Girl, Silicon Valley talk, because it's annoying. Just listen to what she says.
Listen to exactly what she says.
What is this in reference to?
This is in reference to what Facebook, she'll tell you, but it has to do with
politics.
The Democratic Party did in 2012 to Facebook.
Okay.
And it will play right
so Facebook,
now.
2012 election, had the ability for people to opt in. The Obama campaign rocked this, right? We got people to opt in, and the privacy policies at that time on Facebook were that if they opted in, they could tell us who all their friends were. Okay, so they told us who all their friends were. The Obama campaign just did this on a digital level, on a much larger level, but we were actually able to ingest the entire social network of the U.S. That's on Facebook, which is most people. Where this gets complicated is that freaks Facebook out, right? So they shut off the feature. Well, the Republicans never built an app to do that. So the data's out there. You can't take it back, right? So the Democrats have this information. So when they look at a voter file and someone comes to them, they can immediately be like, oh, here are all the other people that they know, and here are people that they can help us persuade because they're really good friends with this person. The Republicans do not have that information and will not get that information, right? Now, I'm a Democrat, so maybe I could argue that's a great thing. But really, it's not in the overall process, right? That wasn't thought all the way through, and now there's a disadvantage of information that to me seems unfair. But I'm not Facebook, so this is the realities.
That is nuts.
So you're talking about Russian collusion in 2016, and yet in 2012, the Democrats had all this power over the largest social media network in the world?
Yeah. And you have the nerve to bring up...
And that's not conclusion?
Collusion? And you have the nerve to bring up Donald Trump with that company, with Analytica.
Yeah.
Like now, okay, so because you saw the shift this week. You saw the shift from collusion's not going too well, guys. Look, we got Facebook in bed with a data collection company working directly with Trump, and then Obama. Wait, they did that too. Oh,
and who was the whistleblower that blew all this? A Democrat that knew that they had done this in 2012 to begin with, and knew it was all sitting there, like they were just waiting for when things started dying down and it didn't look like their arguments were gonna stand up anymore. That they went, well, guess what? Let's pull this out of our back pocket now and see how much it plays.
Wow.
But it's still, I
bet you that cat. Are you talking about the one that they played his interview? I bet he gets discredited because he sounds like he stutters, like he sounds like he's got an axe to grind. If you ask me.
Yeah. The thing is, win or loss, whatever party it is, it's not fair. It's just not. You're not playing fairly, and you can't go pointing fingers when you're doing the same shit.
When you're actually doing worse shit.
You're doing worse, and you did it 4 years prior. Or
who knows how long they've done it.
who knows how long prior. But,
She's in this election, and Hillary still lost because she's a psycho bitch.
In 2020 is going to be, if you want to make an informative vote, which I encourage, don't be Mr. Voter Apathy guy. Go, or girl, go study, but man, do some digging and try to look at sources. Just look at the sources of what you're reading. If it's blog, if it's unconfirmed sources shit that you see, then just fucking let it go in one ear and out the other.
You got to weigh.
Don't even read it.
You got to weigh your media outlets too.
But that's the problem, Dustin. Most of America and the people on the face bags and the Facebooks and they don't know that. They just see something that their youth pastor posted about voting for Hillary and think, oh, this must be the word of God.
What it is, and we've bitched about this for years doing the show, is that people will post a meme. And everybody will just start reposting it, thinking that, oh, yeah. But they won't research what the fuck that meme means or what's going on in the background.
You're exactly right.
And it's just hilarious because then you'll catch people. I'll be like, why'd you post a pro? This is I'm just throwing this out there, but I was like, why'd you post a pro rape meme? Did you not figure out? What do you mean? It's like yesterday you just posted something about, let's go rape little babies or something. What? Huh? You need to fucking read the shit
before you
just grab it and start reposting shit and spreading an agenda that's not even right.
And look at the links that are attached or in the thread or that's involved with the meme.
Yeah.
Because that's the other thing. People don't. You know what I hate? I hate when you can look through a Facebook thread and you can tell that the person that retweeted or not retweeted, reposted the thought didn't read the article. That drives me nuts. You're like, and I've seen you get into it with people on Facebook. Like, did you even fucking read what you just posted this?
Yeah.
And now I'm coming to you with questions and kind of angles here, and you obviously didn't even. Did you read it, or did you just this sounded the speaking points, the talking points, everything was right in front, and I saw what it was about, so I just went ahead and posted it because I know I'm going to agree with it.
My favorite was one that the other day was I cannot remember verbatim what the headline was, but it was it had something to do with banning guns. Guns need to be banned, blah, 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 blah. But if you read through it, it was a pro-gun article.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And a lot of people were posting it going, yeah, read this. It's all about banning guns. It's like, no, did you read it?
Yeah.
It was
not
total pro-gun.
Yeah.
And you look like a dumb dipshit now.
Every word that you just said
is wrong. Which came out today on Blu-ray.
Yeah. So I'm glad we got that little Facebook rant. I think there's going to be more to come.
It's going to be it's fun watching, and
the castles burn.
Yeah, and I think
palaces.
Unfortunately, Zuckerberg has been in the pocket of government for a while, and now
It's time
like
to
they
pay
say,
the piper.
it's an arch. It's an arch. It may benefit you for a while, but eventually that boomerang will return.
It's time to pay the piper.
And you'll get burned. And could he wind up dead? 9mm bullet back.
I don't know. Is he gonna? Here's my question. I don't think he's gonna end up dead.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's gonna.
I don't think
but
so
I
either.
I do think that his political aspirations have probably been pretty much smashed now. Is he gonna turn into McCaffrey? Or is it McAfee? I'm sorry, McCaffrey. McAfee. Like, is he gonna lose his shit and just turn into some nut that moves out and
John McAfee that on Newsroom?
No.
Was that his name?
Talking about the antivirus dude.
Yeah.
You've seen his video. Like,
yeah.
Is he going to turn into that? Just a joke?
Oh.
Because there's a lot of people now that are turning on him.
But if you
a lot of MSM
people.
is turning on him. No, the mainstream media hasn't jumped his shit like this.
Well,
mainstream media is grinding their axe now, and they're like, "What the hell?"
But they gotta have somebody. There's got to be somebody in that spot, you know.
Faith No More.
This is a conversation between David O'Hearn and I.
I think we should turn this off.
And let's see what Peter and I talk about.
They're listening right now.
Let's turn this off.
Nothing.
You have that file open. They're listening.
Who else should we? Is there anybody else? I saw. Oh no, that's not the right Rebecca.
Keep going. Yeah, you just passed me on up. Okay.
Wait. Where's that at?
No.
Where's it at? Where's Matt stuff?
No.
There it is. Let's see.
If
what kind of pictures in here? Nothing. We actually have decent conversations. It's the band conversations that get out of control. They're the ones that get crazy. How about Andrew? What did we talk about? Oh, just Faith No More said. No big deal.
Just straight business.
We were straight business.
That is so crazy.
Who sent me vagina pics? That's
Oh,
what I'm trying to
dear
find.
God.
Who sent
Focus,
me?
gentlemen.
Focus. Thank you, Jason. We're out of time now. It's 10:30. We've done the 10 minutes on Facebook, and
What did
now
Ulrich send me?
oh dear
There's no
God,
friggin'
Oh,
telling.
nothing.
probably
Nothing.
death threats.
We don't talk. John Barry, Bigfoot. Yeah.
Or it got mad because I fixed his grammar yesterday.
All right. So,
Needs it fixed.
yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Jake,
It's been a pleasure.
What do you want to promo real quick?
plug some shit.
You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, anything and everything at Jake Dexter Music. The new album is out. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, which is unfortunately leaving, but anything and everything. It's called The Call Room. I hope you guys like it. We've got some shows coming up. Unfortunately, we only have one in Dallas. I think it's April 17th at a festival in Arlington. I'll post that date soon on one of my pages.
Do you ever come over this way?
To the Fort Worth area?
Play some shows or anything?
I've never performed in Fort Worth. Other than the country
We should do
festival.
We should do a lighter side of JJTM show after we do our metal show. We've been promising a metal show for like 2 years now. We should probably go ahead and do it. Someone should get off their ass and book it, and then we'll do a lighter side of JJTM show.
I did get asked a couple times over the past 2 weeks.
Are y'all
We
ever
haven't
gonna
been in
do
the
a show?
studio. No, was 5-year anniversary is coming up of this show, and are we going to do a Night in the Clouds 2?
Everybody really did. Everyone likes an '80s party.
They wanted to do 90s.
Well, that'd be cool.
A Night in the Clouds 2 90s.
What about a fishbowl party?
Yes.
Well, in 90s, we just have a fishbowl of X, right? Fishbowl of X?
I lived those days.
Yeah.
We just got to talk our ladies into it, and there'll be, enough
did-
alcohol.
You get one of the ladies to say yes, they all will.
Look at all these messages I have from Mastodon.
I'm afraid to even look
weird.
at that. I don't think I'm going to look in that database. I don't even want to see what was in there.
Andrew and David.
It might change the way you
All
do
right.
things.
So let's get out of here. We're gonna close out. What song you wanna end things up with, Jake? What do you wanna spit things out with?
I don't know. What do you guys? You want something poppy, something weird, something electronic? What do you guys think?
Give me something jazzy.
I want something.
I like that
You know, we just had a big heavy
Let's
conversation.
do merry-go-round.
Is that fun?
Yeah, that's fun.
It'll bring everybody up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got an 80s solo I put in there, a little 80s synth solo I put at the end.
Well, Jake, it's been fun.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And
Anytime.
You take it easy. You keep on keeping it on.
And we will have you on again soon.
Let's do it.
Let's keep trucking, guys. Keep on trucking. Stupid. We need a good tagline for this show. We haven't had one in 5 years. We need a good tagline.
Like my deep thoughts.
Or something.
If you want me to redo the old man Euchre and the tadpoles.
I heard a funny joke today, and I don't remember what it was. Shit.
Is that two dicks kissing?
Yes. Docking.
No.
That
That must be the early stages of docking.
Bye, YouTube.